The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about. Yes,
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, beautiful people. It is this show's Pack Tuesday, May 24th, 2022, and we shall commence immediately following this beat drop from Twine. There it is, here we go.
Yeah.
Can't thank you enough for watching or listening wherever the hell you may be. I hope your day is going glorious. The weather seems to be breaking again. Here in Indianapolis. It feels like now we are officially into summer. And this weekend with the big race on Sunday.
Here we go.
There's no better time than now to chit-chat about all things sports. The NFL league meetings are happening, and there is a lot coming out of there, including the fact that Indianapolis will be the home of the NFL Combine for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
Congrats to this beautiful city of Indianapolis, Indiana, the perfect host city for basically any event that you would like to have. Calling the Combine its own for years and years, will continue to do so for at least 2 more years. There was other cities bidding on it because of how massively successful the Combine has become as a television program. They have it on prime time with a lot of eyes, and Indianapolis gets a lot of attention during it. We are very thankful that it will remain in this city that is literally built to host. The stadium is connected to the convention center, which is connected to all the hotels and bars and restaurants. Everything's walkable in a confined area, and everybody in town understands what the deal is when the NFL comes in. It's a great time. I don't believe anybody has ever said they haven't had a blast. A lot of people are starting not to come because they have too much fun.
That's right.
Yeah,
And that's what Indianapolis likes to be known for. So congratulations to the owners making a decision and Indianapolis for keeping the Combine for another 2 years.
Hell yeah.
Bill Belichick's still awesome. There's a lot of things to talk about. We'll have Ian Rapoport joining us in about 15 minutes. He's live at the league meetings. Back-to-back days with him. Don't know how I'll feel about it.
Yeah, on the fence.
He's boots on the ground, though.
He is boots
And he's
on the
going to be
ground.
so pumped that he can booze in Indy next year again.
Yeah, he's going to be pumped to booze in Indy. I wonder if he's boozing at these league meetings trying to get more and more inside sources, because Roger Goodell was down there chit-chatting about the new diversity coach program they got going on and hoping to hire more ex-players, I believe, and candidates of minorities and everything like that. So Goodell's there, ownership's there, GMs are there, coaches are there. Hopefully Ian Rapoport's got more news, and he's been tweeting a storm this morning about breaking news. Can't wait to chat with him in 15 minutes. Tom E. Curran of NBC Sports Boston will join us in the second hour. Always good when old Uncle Tommy stops by.
That's right.
He's been boots on the ground at the OTAs, and allegedly Mac Jones looked vastly different than he did last year. He's yoked, he's shredded, he's got a jawline.
Oh, yeah.
What are the Patriots up to this year, other than Bill Belichick saying, well, we'll pick a play caller in months and months and months and months. Michael Vick will join us in the third hour. There was rumors that he was going to go back to playing football for the Fan Control, Fan Craze Football League, which has its last games this weekend before the playoffs. I'm not sure that's the case. Can't wait to chat with him and hear what he's got going on.
Yeah.
Life should be good. AJ Hawk will be here in about an hour, and the Toxic Table is here looking better than ever. At Ty Schmidt, I do believe it is your time in a rotation for the shirt 15% discount.
That is correct. I love this shirt. It's, what is it? The For the Brand Left Chest collection.
Left chest collection.
Nice.
Which is different than the For the Brand Middle of the Sternum collection.
That's right.
Which is vastly different than the Pat McAfee Show Left Chest
Collection.
Much different.
This is the For the Brand Left Chest Spring collection.
Bingo.
15% off all of them. You wear it on a regular basis.
I do.
Like the shirt.
Oh, yeah. I honestly probably wear this, I would say, 4 to 5 days a week, whether it's at home just lounging around or
Very
it's
nice
on
of
here.
you, Ty.
Wow.
We appreciate
I love
you.
this shirt.
Let's go.
Appreciate you guys.
Shout out to the fire department in New York, by the way.
Shout out.
Go to store.patmcafeeshow.com. You can get Ty Schmidt's favorite shirt that he has in our entire collection for 15% off. Right at the top, no code needed. Numerous colors available.
Yeah, that's right.
It's always nice.
And sitting next to Toxic Ty at the Toxic Table is at Boston Connor with an incredible mullet helmet. Boston Celtics, without the Defense Player of the Year, seem to be better than they've ever been. What a blowout. Only winning by 20 last night. What a letdown. There was a point. deep into the first quarter, where the Miami Heat had only scored 1 point. It was 18-1 in an NBA playoff game. A lot of blowouts this year, I guess, in the playoffs. What the hell's going on? Are the Celtics all the way back, or did Miami Heat just mail it in for a night?
I mean, I would love to say the Celtics are all the way back, but every single game of this series has been a blowout on either side. It really doesn't make that much sense.
Jim Rome says it's been trash.
Yeah,
and
he did.
Garbage.
It has been. I feel bad for people who have to watch it who aren't Celtics or Heat fans because you're not really watching a good game. There hasn't been one where some team's not up 20 or 30 points during the game. But yeah, we're all the way back. We knew Jason Tatum was going to put on a show. He had 24 points in the first half. For people that bet on him to score 35 points, and he only scored 7 in the second half, kind of messed up.
Oh, so you didn't have to do that. You could have just taken his over 27 and a half, which is what I did.
Yeah.
You could have done that.
And just put a flat, big-ass bet on that because you were 100% right. I think everything you were saying about Tatum is accurate. I think he was going to bounce back. He only had, 7 points? No, 10 points?
7 turnovers.
7 turnovers, 10 points in the last game. Let's assume that he was going to bounce back. He did such a thing. He covered over for me.
Oh, yeah.
And I got Miami Heat live at plus 23 and a half.
Ooh.
I think it was the second quarter. Second quarter, they were getting
Oh, yeah,
23 and
they
a
were,
half
yeah.
points.
Up 30 by then.
23 and a half points you were able to get in an NBA playoff game
Unbelievable.
in the second quarter. I'm like, fucking give it to me. I guess I will take that. They end up only winning by 20. Covered there.
Yep.
Tatum hit the over. I hit the Justin Thomas thing.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
all the way back right now.
Here we go.
Let's go.
Gambling, feeling good in my bones right now. Champion gambler on
Yeah.
FanDuel
Getting hot.
Sportsbook. What else? The Tampa Bay Lightning swept the Florida Panthers.
money.
That's over.
Oh, yeah.
The NBA and the NHL kind of carrying everything,
Yes.
although the MLB is happening. What is the current series for the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat?
2-2.
What is the current series for the Mavs and
3-0.
So and
That's
in,
tonight.
in hockey, there's a bunch still left.
2-1, 2 games, 2 series tonight. We got Canes at Rangers. That's 2-1. The Flames are in Edmonton. That's 2-1. Lightning closed it out. I'm forgetting one.
Colorado.
Colorado's up 3-1.
Yeah, Colorado won last night. Johnson scored last night for the Avalanche. Not our Johnson.
I believe.
It was Eric Johnson as opposed to Jack Johnson.
Jack's back in the lineup now.
Not the bananas. Not the banana
No.
pancake
No,
Jack
no, no.
Johnson. We're talking Jack Johnson, AJ Hawk brother-in-law. Plays for the Avalanche. So, ipso facto, family of the show is on the Avalanche. They win a Stanley Cup. We are bombarding the Stanley Cup day that Jack Johnson has.
Former
That is
Penguin as
correct.
well.
Yeah, he's definitely a Penguin. Got paid well with the Penguins.
Yeah.
Very well.
Didn't he?
Handsomely.
Nick, NHL playoffs going well, you guys would say?
I think so. I think it's about as better than anyone could have expected, to be honest. I think being on ESPN and TNT is massive for people just scrolling through and just stumbling upon a game because they've been electric. You get in there, and we always talk about how much better the playoffs are than regular season. Play 82 regular season games. It's way too many. You get in the playoffs, everybody's going a mile a minute. The pace is high. Big hits, goals. A lot of goals this year, too, which is nice.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, that Battle of Alberta started 9-6 or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that. And I've found this fascinating because this is happening in 2 sports here, both the NHL and the NBA. TNT and ESPN are competing.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's every other day for every other sport. So last night for the NBA, I was watching the pre-show. 2 nights ago, I was watching Chuck come in on a horse.
That's
and
right.
The whole thing. Last night, I was watching Malika and Jalen and Stephen A. and Mike Wilbon.
Right.
I believe, right? They're
Jacoby, too.
it,
Jalen and Jacoby. Jacoby does one of the hits from the court as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Who does that for Turner?
Not
don't know.
Doris, I don't think.
Do they have someone they throw to on site? I think it's just those guys on the panel.
I'm not sure, but they are competing. So, it's hard not to just be like, oh, this show is going against the other show because it's every other night. And in the NHL, they're doing the same thing. Turner's show versus ESPN. Where's Wayne Gretzky been?
Great question.
Biz chugged, okay? How many cans of Red Bull does Biz got to chug to carry that thing over there? I thought Wayno was a part of the entire coverage. I thought this guy was going to win an Emmy because right now, Turner is doing its thing against ESPN
Yes.
in basketball. Obviously, what is it called? NBA Talk TV.
Yeah, NBA on TNT.
Yeah, whatever
There
it
it
is.
is. Uh-huh.
It's fucking unbelievable. It
Right.
doesn't even have a show because I don't know the name of the show because it's like Turner's Chuck, Shaq, EJ, Kenny. Like, that is the staple
Uncompetable
basically of studio
Yeah.
kickoff shows.
Yes.
ESPN though has to go against them literally the next night. By the way, FanDuel with the Turner one. Okay. Another company that's doing they're in the business.
space.
Yeah.
They are on the ESPN one.
Tanking.
Everything is. There's no reason for us to talk about that.
Just throwing
okay,
it in
we
there.
hope everybody has success. We hope that our partners have more success,
Sure.
obviously, because that's better for all parties included, including ours. But it is very clear that they are competing against each other. I think Turner currently has a clean sweep. You get Greeny back out there, though. Greeny brings the juice.
And JJ Redick. They need JJ Redick in there.
He should be on there.
They should. I don't know if ESPN's viewing it that way, and that's why Greeny and Stephen A. and Wilbon, they have all their heavy hitters. All their heavy hitters since the beginning, I guess, the NBA playoffs have missed their daily shows. Like Stephen A. out of First Take, Greeny out of Get Up. Like they're all doing the NBA kickoff pre-shows. I wonder what that's about. Is it strictly because what Turner does is just so acclaimed and notable and so goddamn good?
Well, and they also have like the resumes. Like we always talk about people who, and Biz and Wayne Gretzky also. Like Shaq's one of the best big men of all time. Kenny he won 2 championships back to back.
Yeah, but Charles Barkley never won a championship. Nobody ever says that to Chuck. Right?
No,
That's
never
literally
gets
all
it.
you could say to Chuck.
And I feel like there's always something between their conversations. Like the last one was Chuck telling the guy in the crowd like he would have been his stepfather
Yeah,
when he
he's
was
gonna fuck
talking.
your mom. Nobody fuck your mama.
Like that's
he
why
said
it's
that
bad.
in a positive way, by the way. It wasn't like a
Right.
burial. It was like a jokey. But that show is just solidified. And then literally the next night, ESPN has to try to create their own. And then, it's alternating.
Yeah.
And in the NHL, it's the same exact thing. Turner, then it's ESPN, then it's Turner, then it's ESPN. It's fascinating because, there's somebody out there that is really into it. Like, hey, our show outperformed this show, and our numbers did this, and our numbers did that. I'm enjoying the playoffs of these two sports that we wouldn't normally, cover as much because they're carrying us. But I think it's been electrifying. ESPN and Turner having the NHL is so much better for the sports world.
Yeah.
Huge. Not that everything ESPN does or everything Turner does is great, but the fact that it's back even in the conversation of everybody is cool. Because whenever we were just talking in these microphones and nobody knew what we were talking about because the NHL tried its best to be impossible to find, that was a little bit of dark days for the sport of hockey. Feels like everything's going much better now.
But I will watch hockey if it's on ESPN or on TNT. Like I'm not going out of my way to find it on NBC Sports Northwest or if you, I'd say most houses do. ESPN is just on for a good portion of the day, so you will just by osmosis, you will watch this stuff, and then when the product is actually good, it's like all right, well fuck it, nothing else is on. I'll watch this again on Thursday.
Hey, Tampa's a wagon, huh? Who's going to stop the Tampa Bay Lightning?
Stamkos is so
They get
good.
3 to 4 days rest too here, right? With the clean sweep, they're
They
going to
just swept the
Florida-
President's Trophy winning Florida Panthers. The President's Trophy is given to the club with the best regular season record, and Tampa did it without arguably their best player, at least their second best player for the entire series, Braden Point.
fucking wagon, boys. This would be a 3-peat, right?
Oh yeah.
Go
That was
Boats.
the first time Florida had been shut out all season.
First game.
Yikes.
First game, let alone a series where they're shut out, no wins.
Right.
They were shut out in the game to send them into the offseason. They get shut out. That's a tough way to end, especially after you are the champion of the President's Cup with the best regular season record. But now everybody's going to call them chokers. It doesn't matter in big time. How's McJesus doing? I heard he's having a pretty good playoffs, right?
Man.
Insanely good.
He normally doesn't.
He has struggled a little bit. He tends to put up points, but his team can't get out of the first or second round. This time,
It's Aaron
looks-
Rodgers' situation.
Yeah,
He is
Kirk Cousins' situation.
Right.
floating around out there.
Yeah, and the dangles are. It's
Oh,
like the
ridiculous.
puck's on a string
Very
right now
impressive.
for old McJesus. What team's that? Oilers.
the Edmonton Oilers.
See, if he played for a team that mattered, like the Pittsburgh Penguins, his
Bruins.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're right.
Maybe the Bruins. He's
Bruins
got-
stink.
No, I don't know. We're going to get Malkin this offseason, so I'm not worried about
Well, I'll
it.
tell you what. If they blow this series, Connor might be playing for somebody else real soon.
Let's go. Boom, get him.
Boom.
Coming to
Boom.
Pittsburgh.
Boom.
Coming to Pittsburgh.
He doesn't want to exit in the first
next
round. He's coming
one.
to Detroit.
No, he wants to
Yeah.
get to at least the
Okay.
playoffs, so he matters.
He wants
unlike
to play with
fucking
Sid for a
Detroit.
little bit before Sid's done.
Yeah, could you imagine Sidney Crosby and McJesus on
What?
the same team?
On the
What?
Red Wings, they're both coming to Detroit.
Sorry, Gino.
Sidney Crosby's not going to fucking Detroit. That
Say
guy
even
will
6
retire.
first round
He'll
exits.
say, send me to Newfie before you
Yeah.
send me to Detroit.
Yeah.
Love going to
You probably would want to play on a line with Stoner now that I think about it.
No,
So Vegas is
Stoner hasn't played.
Wow, that's the
Is
issue.
Stoner back next year
That's
or
the
not?
issue. I hope
10
so.
games a year.
I thought you were done with the Golden Knights.
Well, if they get fucking McJesus, I'm right back on board.
Listen, if McJesus turns this thing into a Mick success up there for the Oilers, he's probably going to stay there.
Yeah.
But if it continues to be a Mick disappointment, McJesus coming to Pittsburgh is something I am all about.
Yeah, and Mick would fit in great in Boston as well.
In Pittsburgh as well. Yeah.
Well,
What are you even talking about?
I don't know. I just feel like McDavid is more of a Boston guy, you know?
No.
He
Why
wants
do
to
you
play
think that?
Well, because he wants to play for an original six franchise that has been there from the beginning. And unfortunately, the Penguins just aren't one of those teams.
No,
You know,
no,
the Bruins
no, no.
are.
Played his junior hockey in Erie right up the road.
Got
from,
him.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and we actually
That's
created the skates that you motherfuckers are skating on. You're
bar?
welcome.
Bar?
Steel.
No,
You
the
like steel, dude?
You like
Yeah.
What were they skating on? Plastic?
Maybe.
That original six?
Bobby Orr, I think,
We
was-
fucking birthed hockey. We birthed ice skating.
Plus,
You're
if you-
welcome.
If you go to the Pens, you automatically get to fucking live in Mario for a year, and who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah.
Learn from the best.
Bingo. Check. Mate.
Well,
motherfucker.
Really? Because McDavid, I heard, loves how David Pastrnak plays. And
No, he
it sounds like them two on the same line. They'll probably both score 50 goals a year.
Quick follow-up. Can somebody tell the world what McJesus is? Connor McDavid, if you don't follow hockey, Connor McDavid, Canadian kid, supposed to be the next one, right?
Yeah, he is at this point. He is the next one. He's the fastest guy on the ice on any given night. He's got dangles for days. He can score
How
from
old?
anywhere. Oh, boy. Probably, what, mid-20s now?
25?
25, 26, something like that.
He's always been with the Oilers,
yeah.
Yeah.
and they stink. So let's get him off of that team. Let's get him to Pittsburgh.
25.
Or the
25.
Bruins.
25 years old. How's his contract situation?
Give
Is
him
he,
a look at it.
He's maxed. He's making probably 11 or 12 a year for the next 4, 5, 6 years.
11 to 12 a year. Let's fucking
Give
get
this
that.
guy $30 million a year.
Come to Pittsburgh,
the
dude.
fuck?
What
In
are we doing?
October-
Marshy was saying.
Bro, let alone the taxes in Canada. I mean, that guy ain't making nothing. That guy's making $1 million a year. Jesus, get him to
Jesus.
America.
At the beginning of the year, October 27th, 2021, this article said he was in his fourth year of his 8-year, $100 million contract. with
Fuck.
the Oilers.
Gonna be hard. Gonna be hard to get him.
Yeah.
Well, we can back it up for him.
You can't.
From what I've heard, by the way, Edmonton probably a great place. I heard it's blue collar Rust Belt place. I've heard that about Alberta. Is that not a battle of the Rust Belt? Old Gumpy just gave a nasty look with his 4 chains on.
No, very, very blue collar, Edmonton and Calgary.
Look at those. Iced at.
It's fucking hockey season.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
Got the
Speaking
ice
of-
around the
Hell
neck.
yeah.
Gotta do it.
Did Lad tell you that someone tried to snatch his chains?
Where?
No way.
Uh-huh.
Tin whistle?
Alleyway by my apartment.
Oh, that bum on the bike that I
Yeah,
saw?
he wasn't on a bike, but I think it was that bum.
Did you fucking hit him
He
with
was-
the left? Hit him
I
with the
seen
right?
him. I was walking past, and I saw him look at the
Yeah,
back
yeah.
of my neck, and I knew what was coming. I heard the footsteps, and he was pretty frail, so I kind of just turfed him and fucking hit the road. Jack, I was gone. I was fucking
Did
gone.
this really happen?
Oh yeah, it was Friday night. I was walking to meet Connor.
So you're walking, you're shining.
Yeah.
There's a couple lights in the back alley that are hitting and glistening
Yeah.
off the thing. Heading to Tin Whistle, about to get your little sing along.
No, this is pre-Tim Whistle. We were going to have a little dinner, watch
dinner.
SmackDown.
Over at the Oakmont.
Over
There
at
you
the
go.
Oakmont, exactly.
You guys are heading to the Oak. Yeah. Kind of doing the thing. You're on
then-
your way over there.
Yeah,
and
there's
some bum tries to come get your 4 chains. That is such. So you Heisman'd him?
It was just like a kind of sweep. Like he was pretty frail. As
Leg
soon as
sweep?
I felt the grab,
I never guessed.
he felt the grab, and I kind of just fucking, and then I was fucking.
What was he gonna do? You think he's gonna rip those off and go sell them immediately?
I mean,
yeah.
there was a concern. There's been
aware.
some bad news in downtown lately, so
no.
I hit the dust pretty quick as soon as it was over.
What's he talking about?
I don't
There's
know.
been some stuff going on downtown. A lot of cop cars around,
Yeah, there's
around
been-
the city
there's
with
been a
lights
lot
on
of-
lately.
Yeah,
To be honest.
yeah, yeah.
Look, I
A
don't
lot of
know.
shooting where you guys are hanging.
Yeah, I don't know the exact details, not where we're hanging out, but the cops have been pretty busy. As I would say that. They're earning their keep.
That's what a way to describe a city currently in unrest. It sounds like.
Yeah, a little
cops
bit.
have been pretty busy.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to slow down this weekend because it's going to be.
Imagine if you had your headphones on, you didn't hear the footsteps
yeah.
coming up. You could hear the footsteps. How could you feel the
I
aura?
always only have one earbud in, even if I do, it's just because I always think about stuff like that.
Do you think about delivering a?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a stunner.
I
know what I
just
mean?
fucking tried to get him to the ground as quick as I could, and then I was shot out of a cannon. I was.
Oh, you
gone.
ran from-
I wasn't sticking.
You didn't
around.
talk shit?
No, I was gone.
Oh no! How
Dude.
often do you get this situation? Real life, you just
If
toss
we're
it
gonna
out.
dive into the
Fuck you,
cop
buddy.
cars, I mean, there was somebody got
Today. Like when I picked Gump up today, they were already
What
out
time
and
is
about.
it?
It was
8:30?
There was
8:30.
four of them in the tunnel.
4
this
guys,
morning.
4 Gump cars. Like Jesus Christ, it's Tuesday. What's going on right now?
Don't go through that tunnel.
We're going through that tunnel.
I mean, he was sweating bullets by the time he got up to
What
the
happened?
My
Oh, I
shirt
just got
was
attacked
so-
and accosted. Somebody almost robbed me and I ran.
All right, let's go get some espresso martinis. Then
Hell yeah.
sounds like I need one. Jesus.
Glad we're airing this out right now.
I just
Why not?
Yeah.
I didn't know this happened.
You should have bounced that guy's head
Oh
off the
my
concrete
God.
after. Are you kidding me?
How often do you get that opportunity?
I don't know. I always think the worst, so I just got out of there.
Anyways, happy you're okay.
Yeah.
Happy the chains are okay.
Only had 2 on.
I would not like people to judge the city of Indianapolis off of that
Sure.
No.
incident that happened
Right.
with Gumpy.
No.
Follow up. There does seem to be some fuckery that's happening around
Some
the
stuff
city.
going on down there.
Shout out to the Indy Police
Police
Department
Department.
because they're crushing it right
Except for the guy that decided to shackle me. Oh, he doesn't work anymore because he was driving drunk, crashed into a car.
now. Oh, okay. So, hey, they got the bad eggs out there.
Yes.
Even more
Everybody
so.
else there, every other police officer that I've met from the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department has been nothing but the very nice, try to take care of society. Everything. There's obviously some situations I don't know of that have probably taken place where people are like, oh, these are. But the person I just so happened to get accosted by at 4 a.m. on a fucking Wednesday morning or Tuesday morning is, I guess, the biggest asshole of all time. He's gone, though, I guess.
Massive prick. And I mean, when the Indianapolis marathon was going on, all those police
Super
officers,
nice.
yeah, very cordial.
Super nice.
Friendly.
Fire department, super nice.
Oh yeah.
Just been very busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little too busy.
Police been too busy.
Yeah, I mean, way too busy. Tuesday.
Joining us now is a guy who tries to stay busy, but then he boozes and forgets he's supposed to be busy, and then he leaves shows like ours out in the middle of a wasteland of nothing.
Yeah,
Right.
Bullshit.
Senior NFL insider for the NFL and the NFL Network, live, boots on the ground at the league meetings right now in Atlanta. I don't know where they are. He might have been in a layover in Atlanta.
I think it's Atlanta.
He was in the Delta Club, so it was before he left the airport. He did this just yesterday. For 2 days in a row, ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rapoport. Rapsheet, what's up, pal?
What's up? I actually lied to you yesterday. I didn't mean to, but I did. I was not in Atlanta. I was on my way to Atlanta, and then my flight got delayed for 5 hours, and I was eventually there, but much later. So I would never want to be not truthful with you, so I wanted to come clean on that.
Well, that's very nice of you because we know you would never mislead anybody or give any misinformation at all, like
Right.
on contracts or who's interested
Right.
in who or whoever's next. You would never do that, Ian. Not you, not in that
Right.
suit, at least.
Maybe other people, but not me.
No. Well, we're happy you got on the flight. We're happy you're safe. We're happy you got to the league meetings. How's the energy? How's the vibe? Is everybody there? This is in the middle of OTAs. It seems like a pretty poorly timed thing. Are coaches there? GMs there? Who's all there, Ian?
So these league meetings are usually like pretty sleepy, right? It's May, and there's not a lot that needs to happen, right? Because generally rules are kind of in place, and I would say sometimes there's like a couple different odds and ends that needs to be handled, but usually these meetings are kind of perfunctory and short. This is a little different, and honestly, it's kind of awesome because of the NFL's accelerator program with diverse minority coach and GM candidates. There are more than one per club, more than 40, minorities who are rising young coaches or GM candidates, and they're all here and mingling with owners and sitting at their tables, sitting in on the meetings. So you ask about the energy, like, pretty awesome. This is it's been really fascinating, not just for me, but for a lot of these young coaches and GM candidates who get exposed to stuff they don't usually get exposed to.
Who saw Goodell talking on Good Morning Football this morning? Seemed like he was optimistic about it all. Now he's going to have to be because he represents the entire league. But it felt like the way he was speaking about it was like a lot of good actually happened in that regard. They've been trying to figure out how to do this the proper way with the entire pipeline, I believe is the conversation.
Yeah.
There's only so many jobs. He really feels like this is something that is working and something that they're going to continue to do in the future. It's like a job fair almost, like a networking festival almost for people.
Yeah, it's kind of like a networking festival. Like there's some, speed dating is not a great term for it because that sounds kind of lame. But there was a thing where like owners sit at a table and then different, rising executives or coaches sit with these owners and just talk. And this is one of the criticisms of the way the owners hire is because a lot of times they just hire the people that they know or the people that they know are familiar with. Well, that leaves out a significant portion of candidates, a lot of times diverse or minority candidates. So now no one has that anymore. Now owners are meeting a whole new pool of people. They're realizing that the pipeline is actually pretty strong, a lot of good young candidates, and I hope it makes a difference. And it seems like the owners here are taking it very seriously, which is really kind of the only thing that matters.
So it's not an interview, it's just a conversation. And how has there been guidelines given on like how it's allowed to go, what it's supposed to do? Or is everybody like, hey, play it cool? And Dan Snyder's like, no, I'm gonna fuck it up. Like how, you know what I mean? Like how did they judge it? Just put everybody in a room and said, figure it out? Was there like actual, like expectations on what this should be, or how? Because the way
I think
the way Goodell talked about it was super.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he thought there was a chance it'd be like a dance where a lot of people would be on one side of the room, people would be on the other side of the room. He said that wasn't the case at all. He saw talent everywhere and everybody talking, and it sounds like a smashing success. Now, Goodell has to say that, but it honestly felt as if it wasn't, he would have found a way to talk around it. Is that kind of what took place? And what was the expectation going in, you think, by everybody?
Okay, well, I'll start with the second part. There was, from some of the really like top candidates, some of the guys who've been there who've either been head coaches or have interviewed for jobs. I know there was some sort of eye rolling among the candidates, like, why do we have to do this? So yes, there was that. But it seems like, at least I'll say this, the people I've spoken with are pleasantly surprised about how good it's been, the conversations they've had, the fact that the owners have sought them out to like get to know them. So, like, I know Roger Goodell mentioned the sort of middle school dance part of it. From the candidates I've spoken with, it hasn't been like that because owners have sought them out and been like, I want to hear you. And, like, that's, all the criticism about the way that owners have hired is, like, they only hear from a certain population. So we see the same teams interview the same, like, 6 candidates. Hopefully this year it's not like that.
Yeah, and if a team, like every team's in there, right? You said, because if you have an opening,
every owner's here.
If you have an opening 5 years from now, maybe 2 years from now, 3 years from now, the hope obviously is, oh, fuck, I remember what's his face or her face that I met in Atlanta, the place that Ian Rapoport was 5 hours late for, and then I got a chance to chat. Like, that's the spark, right? And that's how, the networking whole part of it is going, right?
Yeah, or you just remember, like, I was just talking to one of the young guys about this now. Like, the hope is you just, like, maybe the owner remembers just you. Like, the one meaningful conversation, like, you struck something with him where he's like, all right, this is a dynamic young guy. If I have to hire someone, this is going to be my guy. And, there's that. And then there's other, let's say there's certain teams where people think that, maybe a coach is on the hot seat, or maybe, like, this might be the last year. Like, I would say people are interested in talking to those owners, whoever that might be. So there's a lot of interesting dynamics here, and it's been kind of fascinating to watch all of this.
Who thought of this idea? Will anybody ever get the credit? Because it feels like they were probably trying to figure out the right answer, how they can change the entire thing. This feels like a proper next step. I mean, I guess results will tell us in the future, but this, in Roger Goodell, once again, one of the greatest orators that we have. They're literally one of the best speakers. If he wanted to, he would have been able to get into politics because he can say nothing while saying 15 minutes of shit. He's very, very talented. He's obviously the best commissioner in all sports.
Quite a compliment.
No, it is. And he knows it too. That's why he is who he is. I've seen him firing squad in a team meeting room right before lockout. Like right before lockout came in and was supposed to answer questions that anybody had.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and I saw him working there. I'm like, fuck, this guy's unbelievable. Because there were some heated questions that were like, how come you don't just tell the owners to like let us keep fucking working? And the way he went about answering it, I was like, that's a good question. And that came from a very intimidating person. And Roger Goodell just like maestroed through, and we were all like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then we got fucking locked out a year after, and it was like, Goodell you could answer all the questions. I've never seen, it was one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Just the room control, the way he goes. I think every press conference he does an incredible job. He's guiding, and he's the shield for 31 billionaires who have the biggest league on earth. You're going to have to be talented. That's why every time we see Manfred speak, we're like, how's that guy, the fucking commissioner of that league or whatever? Goodell dunks on him. But the way he spoke about it It feels like they're very proud of it. Hopefully the results will come, and only time will be able to tell. Now let's move on. Other interesting decision. Combine stays in Indy 2 more years. I know you're happy, and all the bartenders around town are happy, and all the bottles in Indianapolis are scared because the NFL spring break will continue to be in Indy for the next 2 years. Was this something that was going to happen? And do you think in 2 years from now there's actual shot that this could move? Because I know Dallas is building an entire Jerry World type complex down there. LA is probably going to be built up a little bit. Other places are going to want this, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would say, well, a couple of things. Yes, I think everyone seems very happy that it's going back to Indy. I felt like you kind of had this yesterday a little bit.
Well,
Did you get a feeling it was staying?
Yeah, we had some sources. We had some sources around town.
Had some sources.
Yeah,
It seems like you were kind of on it. But it was, there was so much
city is
so much nervousness, before the combine last year about it moving. It was going to be in Dallas, whatever. And it felt like the public really rallied around Indy in a way that, I like Indy, so it shouldn't be that surprising. But I didn't think the public really cared where the combine actually was, but they do. They do. They want it to be in Indy. The people, our people, media people, teams, they like what's familiar, and Indy does a good job. I thought it was a good move. I think it was right. Could it move in the future? I would say possibly. Dallas would be one of the top candidates for a spot because they got a great complex. The medical part would be hard, but I think they could figure it out, especially if they have medical facilities really close by. So Dallas would be the spot. I don't know. Somebody would have to do a very, very good job to wrestle it away from Indy now.
What else is coming out of these meetings? Voting for Dan Snyder to no longer be an owner?
It doesn't seem like that's coming these meetings. The Pro Bowl stuff.
Whoa. We thought that was real. That's not real? That's fake?
I mean, the investigation is not over, and the Congress thing about all the potential alleged financial improprieties is still ongoing. Hard for me to see any conclusion before the investigation's over and Congress sort of announces their findings. So maybe, but not going to be. Unless there's something that I just literally am missing, which is possible. I don't think it's going to be today or anytime in the near future. The Pro Bowl stuff was interesting. Did you like that?
I saw you break that about how, I think you pitched a 7-on-7 or a flag football or something like that. The NFL is discussing the Pro Bowl week and ways to improve it, including possibly eliminating the traditional game and using the Sunday to showcase players in it. Essentially, what are the alternatives? Ian, I have gone on record numerous times about alternatives and what I think would be better as somebody that played in it, experienced it, was let down by the entire thing, and now a fan and hate watching it. So I think there's a lot of ideas, a lot of big-time brains. I think it should become a skills challenge. I think that should happen, and there should be actual prizes and awards and match to donations. Get the speed back, get the long ball back, get the quarterback carousel back, have the kickers kick against each other, punters punt against each other. Have it be a celebration of talent with actual prizes and a charity side on side. That's what I think should happen.
I think that we might see some of that. Everybody really likes the skills challenge, and I mean, so do I. I think it's really fun to watch. So we might see some of that. I think a 7-on-7 is possible. Better question for me is what are the linemen going to do? I mentioned, not that anyone cares about my opinion, I mentioned just miking them up and having them sit there, maybe having a water in a cup and just commenting on the 7-on-7 game. That would be fun. Or dodgeball. You could do dodgeball with the linemen, kickball. Well, something like that.
Just let the lineman go sit at a bar.
Yeah.
And just give him a free tab.
I mean, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah. Mic him up at a bar. Mic him up, let him watch the game. And
I don't know.
Don't even mic him up. I think just naming them to the.
Just send him to a bar. And then the NFL covers the tab.
Yes, give him a nice room. Give him a tab. Have the camaraderie. Celebrate the fact that they're Pro Bowlers. Hey, you were at the top of your thing. Maybe have some legends come in. Go ahead and mingle, do your thing.
Drink with them.
Yeah, just let the O lineman drink. The fact that they got a fake act they're They have to be so mad. Now that I'm thinking about it, the offensive linemen have to fucking hate the Pro Bowl so much.
Oh.
I got to put this whole fucking thing back on again and get into a goddamn, and I'm not going to try. And then there's one asshole, Max Crosby,
Yeah.
who's going to try to get this defensive player, or MVP or whatever, which is what Max did in his city, in his town. You got to do what you got to do. Let them just drink. Have a good time.
Yes.
Let them just have a good time and celebrate the fact that they're Pro Bowlers. They're the best of all time. Let's go.
Beer counter.
Yes.
I feel like they should have some sort of like smoking competition or like grilling competition. Linemen like to grill, right? Like, I would like all these guys who
Should
are
also
very good at
have-
football
yeah.
and also good at eating. Like, I think that would be. I'd like to watch that.
It should also have a smoking competition, I think. Like, not food. I'm talking like maybe.
Oh, I don't condone that.
Well, you're a booze hon, so
Right.
Of course you don't.
nobody really.
Pick your poison.
The hypocrisy in your statement is vast, but we won't talk about that. It would be nice to see, maybe see who can perform the best
Yeah.
at Cloud 50.
Sure.
Yeah.
Individual case race, maybe.
Yeah.
There
Every
we go.
lineman gets a case.
Now we're talking.
There we go.
You can just bet on
Maybe
who.
it's the AFC keg versus the NFC keg.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
There it is. Happy we could do this.
Pump for the Pro Bowl.
Will Goodell sign off on this or not? I mean, are we going to be able to get
Hey,
this?
Beer Olympics.
Will
Beer
there-
Olympics.
Yeah, will there be a keg race between the offensive linemen or not?
That's a great
Do we want to
idea.
watch the Pro Bowl or do we want it to continue to be what it is?
Oh.
Go ahead.
No, it could be like one of those things where they have like the main thing, which would be the 7-on-7 on one channel, and then you go to like the Manning cast,
Get rid of
and that would
7-on-7.
be like Beer Olympics.
Get rid of the football.
7-on-7 is going to stink too. Are you thinking about bringing back old players to quarterback and to play? Or like, is it a mix of like legends and current players, or is it just the current players?
No, 7-on-7's cool. I mean, that's not.
When they
Is
try.
it not? I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of it, but.
I don't know. You're going to get some people that try, some people that don't. I still think you're falling into the situation where nobody wants to get hurt.
Right. That's a good point. I think that's kind of the thing they're figuring out. Like, if everyone was at the same speed on the same page, I think that would be fine. And like, all these guys train in the off season. So if you're a receiver in your training, that's basically 7-on-7. I mean, there's some more things. I don't know. I think they could figure it
Yeah,
out.
but the timing of when the season ends and when the Pro Bowl is in some people's training regimens. Some people take like a month off. Some people don't. Some people don't take any time off. Some people are always on. It's just a fascinating thing because the NFL is the only All-Star or Pro Bowl that happens at the end of season. Who's that? Was that Goodell saying there's no fucking keg race, Ian?
Oh, come on.
No, but it was some idiot always calls me when I'm on your show, and it's really annoying to me.
Neuralink.
Anyway,
Yeah, it's Pelissero.
Yeah.
It's Pelissero.
probably Pelissero.
Anyways,
He's in Mexico hanging out. Anyway.
is he really
Wow.
taking the league meetings off? And Neuralink unplugged and went down to Tulum?
Well, Goodell's there
I
to
think
talk
it's
on
his.
his own.
He tweeted about it. I think there's some sort of anniversary situation going.
Oh, happy anniversary!
nice.
Him and his wife, 10 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Let's go.
The Neuralink. He's been, what's that called? Severance?
Severed. Yeah, he's been severed.
Bingo.
Tom Pelissero is the walking embodiment of the show Severed.
Okay. And he's probably in the factory right now, and they're rewinding.
No, he's not.
No, he's
on
outside
vacation.
No, he's
now.
in.
Okay.
He's on.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is he?
See?
Isn't he? I mean, I've never seen a picture of it. He sent me a picture, but it was like palm trees or in pool, whatever. But he wasn't in it.
There he is again.
again.
There
Wow.
he is again. Fucking enjoy your anniversary, dude. You're unplugged currently from the Neuralink.
Come on.
You don't have to be here. Jeez Louise. Any rules
Don't get 'em
changes or
wet.
anything else happening here?
This is like minor, but they're going to discuss when, like, for cut down day, does it go to 90 to 53 or does it go from, or 55, or does it go from 90 to 85 to 55? That's another thing that's going to be discussed. Kind of a minor deal, but
No, it's not. That's huge for players. The multiple cuts is big for players because when everybody gets cut at the same time, mostly the guys kind of fall through the wayside because you're trying to collect players. When there's multiple cuts, other teams can pick up guys that have already been released. Like, okay, we need to do this. There's more opportunity, I think, for guys to make teams personally with multiple cut downs.
yeah, I think that's right. Because now I think about it, like, what teams will do is, let's say there's a veteran who you respect, but you have to cut. Like, you might cut him early.
Yes.
Let's say, the 85 cut down to give him a better chance of latching on somewhere. Like, I could see that. And we did that the NFL did that last year. I think it worked out fine. So, like, my guess would be that's back. But
What was
That's
that?
another thing that's going to be voted on.
7 years ago, that was just the norm. It was like 100, then it was down to this amount. You had to get to this number, then you had to get to this number, then you had
Yeah,
to
there were all these different like tiers, and then they kind of just, and then I think COVID changed it where there's like give everyone as many people as possible because we have no idea who's going to be able to practice.
And then there's always the numbers game. You know, you lose a tight end. Well, we got to cut a corner then to bring in a tight end over here. It's not you, it's us. It's literally a numbers game. But with that being said, you're probably fucked for the rest
It's
of your
nothing
life.
to do with you not being good enough. It's just a numbers game.
Yeah, it
right?
sucks. We lost the tight. He rolled his ankle because he wasn't prepared enough. He actually pulled his hamstring too. He wasn't warmed up. So your dream's fucked with us. And we were the only people that knew about you. But we will try to bring you back to the practice squad at some point. It's like those bottom half of the guys that have on their Twitter accounts and their Instagram right now, NFL player for the blah, blah, blah. Then when there's just one cut, oh man, that felt brutal to me. But I assume teams enjoyed it because you get more players to choose from. Go ahead, Ty.
Rap sheet, will they discuss the new Washington Stadium land deal, or is all of that stuff kind of contingent upon what happens with Dan Snyder?
No, I think they'll discuss it. I imagine that's going to be a topic here, and there's a lot to discuss. So a couple things. It was reported to be $100 million. It was a lot more than that. I'm not sure how much, but I was told well over $100 million. It is in not DC. It is in Virginia, and I believe it was 45 minutes away, but there's some traffic there, so it might be more than that. That seems significant, and if you're DC and you want a stadium, like, was this done to make you notice that? Like, there's a lot of things to discuss there. So I would imagine this will be presented. Like, they are going forward as a league as if Dan Snyder will be here, and that is going to be the case until and unless something ends up changing.
I just saw something on the internet there. The entire NFL helped Kroenke pay the bill back to St. Louis.
I don't have great details on this, but I believe that as they are figuring this out, some of the bills have been paid, and I believe that is the case.
Because
Yes,
I thought it
that
got
the NFL did
spirited.
help,
I thought
yeah.
it got spirited at the last league meetings where everybody was like, "Nah, you can pay this yourself, Kroenke." And then did they come around, or how'd that whole thing? Was that quiet? Is this super quiet? Because literally just saw a link. It was like, "Well, I haven't heard about that since the last league meeting."
Yeah, I mean, and I don't believe it's fully resolved yet. I just think some things needed to get paid. So yeah, I don't think we're totally there as far as that being resolved. But again, like, these are the issues when, there's some team presidents here, there's some other people here, obviously the young executives and coaches. When they kick everyone out of the room, that's when they talk about the real stuff, and I would imagine that comes up in conversation.
Ian, why don't you get in there? Why don't you try to get in there?
I would like to get in there.
You got a good suit
but
on.
they would probably not want me in there, would be my guess.
Oh, because
The hope is, though, they come out and leak everything to me after, but unfortunately, sometimes when the owners go and have these private discussions, they do not leak to the media.
What's that all about? Loose lips sink ships, they say. Are you the only insider on the grounds right now?
No, there's a bunch of reporters. Not a lot. I would say like 10 or 12 reporters here.
From all networks?
Yeah, so we got a couple on NFL Network. There's a little ESPN. There's Athletic. There's CBS. There's a bunch of others.
Ari Mirov there?
No.
You guys kicked him out.
AirPods stayed at home.
Wow.
No, that's not a shot.
wearing them.
No,
Jesus.
I like Ari.
Shot.
You're wearing AirPods.
AirPods is a shot.
Ari was awesome on
but
draft
I'm-
night, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Ari Mirov.
He is the draft.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Ari.
Thank you, Ari.
Let's go.
We were 15 minutes ahead of you guys on TV some points on the draft spectacular. You know that one where you were sitting on inside because it was too windy outside?
Ian didn't know the picks, couldn't tip him.
Yeah, you didn't know.
I was very annoyed about sitting inside, by the way. I wanted the view outside. It would have been awesome.
How about us just being able to tip picks though live on our thing and you not being able to live on the NFL's network?
We all have limitations with places we work. You know that I'm against pick tipping. Just let people watch the broadcast.
So
You're
magnanimous.
sitting in your marble suite at
Your
the
ivory
league
tower.
meetings. And,
Was actually, yeah.
yeah, and Ari Mirov's just trying to cut his teeth. He used to do fucking real estate.
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to do real estate anymore. It's out of my Camry selling these little apartments to people. I want to be the NFL's inside guy.
He's
And he
not
was.
selling them out of the back of his trunk.
Well, you don't know.
I don't think.
You
Maybe
have
it
no
could be.
idea. He had a pamphlet and everything, I think, is what I heard. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Rap Sheet, there's a report that next year there's going to be no games that kind of are on each network. Do you know how like the flexing and the schedule is going to work if that's the case for the TV? Like, are they going to know before the season
what
or a
is
couple
this?
weeks before?
Follow up, yes, I was about to explain. CBS has AFC games, Fox has NFC games, right? That's like notoriously what it is.
Yeah.
And next year they're all free agents, I guess. Have you learned anything more about this than what we know? Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Connor, wait till you.
Wow. Hey, welcome to the real world.
Breaking.
Yeah, Rap
Already knew
Sheet,
that.
wake up.
But
Sorry,
this
we'll
is
tell
not me
you.
knowing
Hey,
about-
why don't you come on the show more? We'll tell you more stuff that's
Yeah.
happening in the sport that you're the insider of.
I mean, I learned a lot about the combine in Indy yesterday. That was informative.
That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Like it's starting to become a little bit of us telling you what's going on. You know what I mean? And that's not how it's billed.
I mean, that was some. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but let's assume, for the sake of this discussion, that it is. We're kind of going there anyway, right? I mean, I don't know. I'll say this: like the fact that Fox gets the NFC East games, and something would have to change for them to relinquish control of that. But we'll see. I mean, if that is the case, that would be extremely interesting.
We had some news here on the business front. Lachlan Murdoch, who I'm not sure if this is Romulus or Kendall Roy.
Sure.
No, it's Kendall.
So Lachlan's Kendall?
That's what Eisen called him, Kendall, on the Rich Eisen show. From what I hear. So I think that's probably what we'll go with.
Okay, so Lachlan is a guy who can rap pretty good.
Okay.
Yep.
Has some action.
What are you talking about?
I thought
Dude,
that was actually
I
pretty
can't
solid.
deal. I can't deal with
L to
that.
the OG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
L to the OG, dude.
I can barely watch. Like, he is amazing, but it is so cringy. I want to cover my eyes and crawl into a hole. But
I agree. A
anyway,
lot of the things he does very cringy. The rap, though, was much better than any of us could have expected. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, watching it had to have been. These are like your friends, though. I'm learning about your people watching that show. Like, that's why I'm watching the show, so I can learn about your vein of people. Ivy League.
Yep.
Yeah, like that. Those people, how weird everybody seems to be. It's been a nice education course on who I'm doing business with, Ian.
that is not my people. Although I have known some people like that, but I would not say that's my group. My people are much more down to earth.
Yeah.
Like the people on my golf trip, those are the same people.
Hooker.
by
Yeah,
the way.
Hooker.
Hooker.
Yeah.
Hooker.
Yeah, hacker.
Drawer.
That was the same
hacker.
people that I was doing the
Hacker,
jumping
Hooker.
with. Those are my people.
Anyways, so Kendall Roy has come out and said to Sarah Fisher that Brady's 10-year, $375 million deal, those figures are directionally right. So it's an overall fund, I think, for him to be a steward of the game or whatever, or what are they calling him?
Yeah.
Ambassador.
An ambassador of the game and also calling games. So this is Fox saying, even if he stinks on TV, we're still going to have him doing a bunch of stuff that is going to be worth a lot more than that. Is that what your feelings are and thoughts are on that?
First of all, there's no way he's going to be bad on TV because Brady is.
Agreed.
He likes
Could
football,
be.
and when
Could be.
when he, I have a feeling it'll be like Romo, where you feel like you're just chilling watching a game with him sitting on the couch, and I think Brady will be good. The funny thing to me is
He's blacked out.
All right.
Won't hear the bottles clanking around.
All right.
what?
Well, Corona Tone,
Yeah.
Corona Tone made some statements at a charity event in Connor's
Yeah,
hometown and changed everything about the view of the office on Tony Romo. Not me, my peers in this office.
I did not hear this. I am not up on this news.
We don't want to talk. I don't want you to know because there's no reason for you to know. It is a personal thing with this office in Tony Romo. Tony Romo, though, if you were to do a overall drawing, I think, of his likedness in the NFL audience world, I think beginning real big. Okay, we
Huge.
love Tony Romo. Then, you got the Super Bowl big payday, and a lot of people said he got a little comfortable, kind of mailed it in. I think, not me, I'm just telling you the internet, what I'm reading and hearing. Now, Tom Brady, I feel like he's going to come in and probably just take over like everything he does, right? I mean, he took over nutrition and just started opening facilities everywhere, eating avocado ice cream. I think he's going to be great, but him just being associated with the league and with Fox is worth way more than $37.5 million a year, in my eyes, personally.
I mean, it's we always say with quarterbacks, like, you know, people would talk about Brady being like underpaid for years with the Patriots. Like, yeah, they're all underpaid. Like, you could, like, how much is Patrick Mahomes worth to the Chiefs? Like, I don't know, $200 million. Like, whatever you could pay them, it's not enough. So
A little
I would
light.
imagine
Christ.
You're so front office leaning. I cannot
No,
take it. I cannot take it. $200 million. You think Patrick Mahomes is worth for the Chiefs?
per year.
Chiefs had Brady Quinn throwing picks against my team whenever I was playing against the Chiefs just 5-6 years ago. Now they're on prime time. No offense, Brady Quinn. The team was bad around you. No, he had no. Brady Quinn had no.
Caught a stray there. Jeez.
Well,
Poor guy's like sitting on his couch watching this show on the internet and being like, "What did I do to this?"
Brady Quinn's probably working out right now. He is not watching this show. But I was there. I actually saw it. I was on the field when it happened. They were not in a great place just not that long ago. Now with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and everybody, they're on primetime television every single weekend.
I mean,
everybody wants to be a part of the Chiefs' kingdom now.
Yeah, I meant $200 million per year. Like, you can't pay him. No. Like, you know, he's making 45 now, whatever it is. Like, he's worth exponentially more. What's kind of funny about the Lachlan Murdoch thing is Fox actually came out and denied Andrew Marchand's report when he said $375 million, and now they're saying like, yeah, it's basically right. Yeah, that's kind of right.
I like to see you going to bat for Marchand there, huh? That's like the insider when you're, you know, deemed. Yeah. I saw you just get a little sense of gratification there for old Andrew Marchand, New York Post. I think the reason why they were able to say it wasn't accurate is because it wasn't exactly being reported exactly how they view him and how much in the booth was worth versus how much being a ambassador of the game.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder if Troy Aikman was like, I would have fucking ambassadored.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Here if you needed me to. Whatever you need me to do if you want to add another 20 onto this thing. Last question for you, Ian. We appreciate your time while you're very busy down there in Atlanta. Go ahead, Tom.
Ian, still some bigger name wideouts left on the market. Julio, Odell, Will Fuller. Are we seeing any action on these guys?
I think we're not right now. I mean, teams are talking about it. Like we've talked about, you know, maybe let's say a team like the Packers, like, you know, Ravens, both of them I could see adding a veteran receiver. You know, those names, the Rams might add a veteran that might end up being Odell. I would imagine teams that get through OTAs and see if they can lock up one of these guys before mandatory minicamp just to give them a little taste of the playbook. Send it to, you know, give them the playbook for the summer and kind of close it out from there. Otherwise, like, you're probably talking a couple of these guys maybe signing before camp, or what happens sometimes during the year is just one of these guys waiting for an injury and being like, if someone gets injured, I will force a team to pay me what I want because a team will have to sign me. Like that, there'll be a couple where some of these guys will be signed late and then become key parts of the team, but only because the team lost someone and has to pay a veteran receiver.
L to the OG. Rapoport, we appreciate you, man. That was a hell of a, I mean, I thought it went much better than anybody could have expected when that scene started.
Oh,
Great fit.
No.
He took the
Still
jacket
does.
off.
Yep.
Had,
Awesome.
What do you have, like a John Cena WrestleMania SummerSlam type shit?
Yeah.
You watch that show? You love that show, huh? You're like, oh, my people finally getting spotlighted.
No, I do like the show, but yes, there are some parts when I just can't. They're all so bad.
Yeah.
They're just terrible.
That's what we've been talking about with you. Yeah, that's what we're saying. You're people.
I'm against all of that, by the way. Just so you know. On the record, against
You're Greg.
all of
This guy's Greg.
Yeah.
You're such a hero, dude.
What's up, cousin
We
Greg?
appreciate the hell out of you, Ian. Thank you for joining us back-to-back days. I don't know if you're going to break any more news today for maybe a third appearance in 3 days this week, but how long is this league
We'll see.
meeting for? How long is this for?
that. Through today, and then I leave to head back home tomorrow.
All right, well, safe travels. Enjoy the booze down there. Atlanta, watch out for the snow.
Be careful,
A lot of snow down there, Ian.
Blizzard coming.
A lot of snow down there. You venture outside of that hotel right there, you're going to have 4 to 5 people with a whole blizzard in their pocket.
Be careful.
Looking to see if you want a little sunshine in your
Want to go
face.
skiing?
Yeah, hey, you want to go ahead and take a little trip to I'm wide awake-ville. That happens down there in Atlanta. Yeah, me neither. It's not my thing, but I am the type of guy where people pitch it to me all the time, I guess, especially in Atlanta where you are now. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Rapoport. People new to the show, Foxy and I went down to Atlanta for a wedding. We left the hotel that we were in, walked down the street. 7 to 10 people within a 30-minute time period offered us cocaine.
It was every other person.
Sandwich bags of it getting pulled. Very, like, not nonchalant, but reckless almost. Like, they were pulling out these
Wide open.
sandwich bags of what appeared to be pretty low-end cocaine.
Yeah.
but
Sure.
Spilling it. Hey, Pat, what do you think? Huh?
It's a bunch of sneef blowers down there.
Eyes like this, dude. Huh?
Oh, yeah. Dialed in.
You want some? No, I don't. I appreciate you. Oh, okay, cool. Let me know.
More for me.
All right, you got it. Then go to the next place. Literally somebody dangling off a patio. Pat! I'm like, what's up? Hey, it's cool. This is awesome. This is great. Everybody's very nice here. Hey, you want some straight out of the back buck? I'm okay, thanks. All right, I appreciate it. All right, let me know. Go to the next place.
Yep.
2 friends stop me, corner me almost. We got the best cocaine in town. Get in here.
They're all looking through you. They're not looking at you. They're looking through you.
And none of them will remember
No.
that happened. But
Atlanta's
what a-
awesome, but that's definitely my impression of that.
It was awesome.
Yes.
Seemed like, all right, everybody's having a great time here. Everybody's not sleeping here. It seems like there's more fake energy around everybody's noses than I've ever seen in my life. But they were going.
That's ATL.
That's ATL.
A lot of great rap songs have come from.
Oh,
Exactly.
Why? What was going on down there? They might be the last ones. Atlanta might be the last city that's really holding on. Like
I didn't know people still did it like that.
that was years ago too, by the way, 2-3 years ago. So maybe things have changed.
Oh, I doubt it.
I think it's still.
Yeah. Bet they're still rolling down there.
Up there in those high societies, I guess they love the cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, Kendall. Shit.
Well,
Can't get
whatever
off
he can
it.
get his hands
He's got
on.
a lot of problems. Yeah. Kendall needs to figure it out.
He does.
It does.
I only got 2 episodes until, I have to wait until the next season comes out at the end of.
So you have 2 left in season 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
Don't even watch them.
How about that bitch Nan Pierce?
Oh, man.
Righteous
She's
bitch.
Whoa.
she's dangerous.
Jeez Louise.
Whoa. Talking about the character and the
answer.
show.
Oh yeah.
All right, we're back in like 5 minutes or so with Hour 2. AJ Hawk will be here. Big thanks to Ian Rapoport for joining us. Boots on the ground at the league meetings. What are they doing? Just hanging out down there?
Sounds like
seems
it.
like it.
Shooting. Well, it sounds like they're hanging out, and then once everyone leaves, it's the closed-off meeting. That's when business is getting done.
Dan, we're running you the fuck out of here, pal. Cross the line. Remember what Papa John said about Roger? Good call, idiot.
Papa, we need you.
How about Roger Goodell saying, Dan, I'm going to run this clip from a local interview. We'd like to hear your thoughts after. Jerry, was that you? I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Dan did say that. I was
I
on
do
the
remember Dan.
All right, we're back in 4, Hour 2. We'll answer some phone calls on the 5 Energy phone line. Tom E. Curran
Let's go. Yes.
of NBC Sports Boston will join us to talk about the Patriots and them not having any coaches.
Well,
None.
having the best coach of all time.
None.
He's in midseason form right now.
Yeah.
What a mini camp plays. Shaq, fucking stupid.
The Celtics hat on.
They go on to win by 20.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick just rolling nothing but strikes right now.
Yeah.
Back in 4. This is the Pat McAfee Show. This is a big fucking fire. We are in the back corner of that building that is at the bottom there. That smoke smells. Huh?
Yeah, it does.
The paint from that place, the utilities, the plastic.
All the good stuff, yeah.
That's all just floating right into us.
Yeah.
The guy just came to the building. If the fire moves a little more this way, we have to evacuate.
Yeah, it's got to be like the air conditioning units or something up there.
It's currently under investigation right now. It did spread to the roof and to the air conditioning heating unit up on the roof.
John Robinson says,
Holy shit.
Whoa.
holy
Or did
fuck.
something like
What was the explosion, you think?
They're doing a bunch of fire hydrants out there, so maybe the top of the lid fell off. I don't know.
I don't.
Dude, it was a loud.
That's not came from right there.
They just put the fire out. Fire's out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Forget all about that. You're like, I could do that again.
So we just lost power in the middle of one of the greatest promos in the history by pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world, Kamaru Usman. He literally just cut a promo about what it's like to walk to the ring.
Some guys, they stay afraid and they just kind of get smaller and smaller. But as for guys like myself, as you get closer, this alpha, this giant, this lion, this god-like figure per se starts to grow and grow and grow and grow. And then they grease me up, and then I step up there and then I pray for myself and then I pray for that guy.
And I got like chills almost while he was talking about it. And right before he was about to kind of put a bow on it, the entire thing just shut down. There's a fire right next door. Let's assume they cut off all the electricity. We're fucked. Probably for the next few hours. That's good. Hey, boys, we handled it. Good show. The ticker's still kicking. Hey, let's type something on his ticker. So just go on your computer. Yeah, I'll type in the
You want me to email Sirius?
Please do.
Okay.
You want to just tell who's going to see you later? Yeah, because this probably can take a little bit. Call office. Just lost. Bill! Yeah. This thing just froze. Oh, jeez. This is great.
He said the fire department just cut it. They have no idea how long.
That was really good by Usman, too. All of the power in our office just went out. Unexpected, out of nowhere. This shit is getting real out here. Hope everybody's okay. Obviously, they got the fire contained, which is good news. But we apologize for the show ending abruptly out of nowhere. No injuries, I believe, is what's being reported. The fire was massive. We all had to huff like paint and shit from the fire right next to our studio. We'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Cheers.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake-ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat McAfee Show starts in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to that show, hour 2 on this. Wow, it's a great Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. Shall begin right now. Yeah. Can't thank you enough for joining us in the first hour. We had Ian Rapoport on. He was chit-chatting about all the things happening down there at the league meeting, a lot of votes, a lot of new initiatives. Hopefully everything works out fantastically. Also, there's a full party happening right outside this wall right now.
That's right. Banger.
It's great, right here. We heard in the middle of Ian talking about what they were trying to do to help diversify the head coaches and GMs. Very serious. There was an entire, I guess, a round of shots that was happening.
Yeah.
Like, woo!
Tuesday.
Hey, hope everybody's having a good time.
Yep. A lot of hooting and hollering.
Enjoy yourself out there. It is May in Indy.
Yeah. It's nothing like it.
Nothing like it. The Talks Table at Ty Schmitz here at Plus. Does anybody ever work?
No.
Wait,
Well, come on.
does anybody ever work? No. I hope they're enjoying themselves. We will enjoy it. Now, it'll probably be over by the time the show's done, so we won't even enjoy the party.
No chance.
It's a damn
Fuck. Fuck off. Pat Boston Connor here. One half of the Hammer. Dahn. Cowboys. Tone Diggs is here. How's the gambling?
Good. Had a really good night gambling.
What you do? What you get? How'd you hit?
5-1 in MLB.
Woo!
Had the Lightning last night.
Woo!
It didn't take any NBA. I didn't want to touch that game. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Tatum was
Oh,
going to
no,
score.
I lied. I took the boost. Jason Tatum to score 5 points each quarter. They were up by too many points. He didn't play in the fourth quarter.
Bingo.
Yeah, he only scored 7 points in the second half after scoring 24 in the first half, over under 27.5. That was a lock, though. I'm happy to jump on that. At Bubba Gumpino, almost getting beat up by a messed out bum on Friday night.
Yep.
How are you gambling right now, pal?
3-3 baseball, 2-0 NHL though.
Woo!
It's all good. It's all good on the ice, my
Four
friend.
chains.
Hell yeah.
What?
4 chains on the ice. Joining us now is a man who never misses, does he?
No.
Yesterday, he took the opportunity to go ahead and make fun of one of his closest friends and his immunized status and everything like that.
Yeah.
A guy who is not only a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup champion, and a COVID survivor. Wow. That kind of just gets thrown in there at the end, but that's
does.
almost the main event.
Huge.
Yeah?
What a
Yeah.
resume.
Ladies and gentlemen, AJ Hawk.
Hey!
How you doing, Aaron?
Great. What I didn't never heard about Goomp getting rolled by a messed out bum. What happened?
Just heard about this in the first hour as well. We spent the first 15 to 20 minutes chatting about it. He had his 4 chains on, heading to the Oakmont, which is a local establishment here. Great bar, great food.
Unbelievable.
Quite a walk, though, for Gumpy.
Great service.
Had to go through an alley Somebody ran up on him, tried to grab his forward change. Gumpy hit him with the Heisman. The guy hits the ground. Gumpy runs away out of fear of his life. Doesn't tell him to fuck off. Doesn't do anything else. Just classic champion of being hospitable to these people.
Oh my God.
Gumpy's okay. Did you think your life was in danger at any point?
There was a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because of what's been happening downtown once again.
A lot of police activity here downtown Indianapolis in different alleys and such, AJ Hawk. I'm learning from the downtown boys that maybe downtown right now is not the safest place to be, but I digress. It's only in certain areas, I would assume.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're all good,
Right
AJ.
by us.
But
Goopy, isn't that a scary situation, Goop? I mean, if you were wearing those forward chains like you're wearing right now, you're almost asking for it. But did you
They were
feel
tucked in.
threatened for real by
They were
this
tucked
person?
in. I don't let them out when I go out. They're tucked in.
Was the person like coherent enough to make you feel threatened?
Yeah, like they walked past me.
And then came back around?
Yeah. I heard the footsteps.
Okay.
AJ.
That could have ended badly, man. Good for you.
For him, what are you talking about? AJ, this is an opportunity to fucking Hoya a guy. You don't get to do this in real life. He's babyface. Gets to punch somebody in public. Babyface. Doesn't happen. Now, I guess you could think maybe he's going to grab his poop with his hand and shove it in your face, give you some sort of disease, or stab you, or shoot you, or something, which I guess does happen around Indianapolis on a regular basis. But I'll tell you what, once you hit a Heisman on him, he falls. The restraint to not even be like,
All right,
you
now you're
fucking
dead.
dipshit. Yeah, that is amazing to me.
The fact that he fell though, when you just hit him with the Heisman, then you would think, okay, this is a target-rich environment where I can jump on and get some ground.
I was just thinking about getting the fuck out of there, dude. That's all I was thinking
smart,
about.
Hey, we got respect for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But it does feel like a lot of the Rockstar Brains people around here are having the same thought though, like, oh, this guy just attacked me and cost me, tried to rob from me on the street. Now he's in a precarious situation. You go learn today is probably what a lot of us potentially immediately think, but we're not in a situation. You got out of there safe, got to the Oakmont. Food was amazing.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Food was amazing.
Ice cold Bud Lights. Wide.
Dripping sweat, I guess, though. Dripping sweat. He'd just been attacked by a methed out homeless man.
I mean, there's a chance if this is the same methed out homeless man that I know, if Gumpy hit him in the face once, he could have died, I think, because he was very, very frail.
Well, we would never want that, of course.
Exactly.
Not somebody that's going around trying to rob people in our streets and poop all over the place.
No.
Not dead, but a lesson should have been sent. Gumpy did that with the Heisman.
Yeah.
Probably broke his femur.
Oh, there's not a lot of situations, though, where you're,
Completely in the right.
Free hit.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there is some other things going through my head.
I was gonna say-
Well, he could have had some buddies hanging around the corner ready to jump Goop, though. It's a good thing he
Here
got
we
out.
go. Now we got a 10-piece coming, a bunch of methed out bums.
Let me see your ID, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you thinking? What are you talking about? Why are you have a toxic look to your face right now? I mean, a despicable,
Gumpy and I are on the
disgusting-
same page.
Was that person wearing a mask or no?
No, it was Connor, let me see your ID.
Where you live?
Yeah, if
Where you
Gumpy
live,
and I
boy?
are, I mean, he talks to the cops. What are you doing here, Mr. Canadian fellow?
I have to go through the entire visa situation with the local officer.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah.
Well, you see, I'm in the process. There's a whole.
It's filed.
Good move, Goop. Good move. We like you here on the show.
Yeah, just keep running. Well,
Jesus.
I do have some bad news. And I mean, there's no better time than now, I guess.
Yeah, didn't want to have to do this.
Oh, no.
Gumpy's going to have to go back to Canada for a little bit.
No!
No correlation to the bump.
Not because of the bump. By the way, we don't know. He beats the fuck out of that bump.
You know what? You made it, son.
He's true American. American patriot.
It's part of the whole process. He's got to go back for like a month or two or whatever, and then he can come back. It's a whole thing right now. Believe me, it's a whole thing that is going on right now. He is legal. He is 100% okay to be where he's at, but we were told should probably head back within the next 2 weeks so that we can continue this process or whatever.
Wow. Well, isn't it going to take him 3 weeks just to get back into the country with all the quarantines and stuff?
It's open now. You're allowed to go back into Canada, right?
You're good to go.
Oh,
Are you sure?
Yeah, if you're vaxxed, you're good.
Yeah. Hop on a truck driver, hop in a truck, drive back into Canada.
There we go.
Here we go.
Massive blow to the
No, he's going to be
downtown.
back next week. He's going to spend the summer in Canada, which is good.
Summers in Canada are great. It's beautiful
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
Saw the Tyson
Hey, here we go.
Victoria.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
what song is that?
What are you singing?
Summertime in Northern Victoria. What are we talking about?
All right, of course.
Better than the fucking winter again.
It's a good song.
Anyways, but Gumpy's going back to Canada for a few weeks. We will miss Gumpy, obviously, but excited for the future where Gumpy potentially American.
Hell yeah.
which is good. It's a whole Hey, obviously.
I know, man. I know from other people. Like, I can't believe how, like, the hoops you have to jump through. There's a lot going on.
And honestly, I was told by everybody on the internet that now is just like, yeah, no problem.
Come on in.
But I guess if you want to go through the entire procedure of it, and I've been CC'd on a lot of these emails, it is. I mean, it is a pretty deep thing. Hey, we need this, we need this, we need this. Pay us this. We need you to pay us this. Do this, do this, do this. Okay, we're going to go on hold for a little bit as we put this together. You should go back and then come back. I mean, it's a whole. It's been a nightmare.
Have to prove, right? Doesn't Goomp have to prove that he like brings value to America or something?
Yeah, we've already done that. That was like 4 or 5 steps ago.
Yeah.
A long time.
They did not believe it, by the way. That took a couple steps of proving that a few
You
times.
sent a bunch of clips or what? What do you do?
I tried to type something up actually, and I was told that is too much. They don't care about all that. I'm like,
Mistakes were made.
I think we should have sent my letter, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, we.
Yes, we should have,
I'd
right?
hate to out this, but we got absolutely screwed.
The lawyers that we were told
What
to
was
work
the letter
with,
I wrote? What is that for?
well, that was a part of it. I wrote a fucking, hey.
Yeah, like what he means to the company, right?
Yeah, I wrote like a Billy Shakespeare. And the lawyers that are currently, I think, fucking with us, but we don't know enough about it. Bamboozlers. They said, we don't need that, okay? Just tell us, boom, boom, boom. And I was like, is a human making this decision or is it a robot? And they're like, well, it's humans, but also we don't need all that stuff in there. I'm like, I just penned a fucking 2,000 word thing about how awesome this dude is and his life could change and everything. Like, fuck you, we don't need it. Now we also need another 10 grand. Yeah. And then we're going to move on. It's like, all right.
After seeing the file that they sent in, I mean,
yeah,
it was rather Mickey Mouse.
Still going to happen, though, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
Still forging forward, but this should have been done from what we've been told at least a few months ago, and it has not been. So,
what happens though? Like whenever Goomp spends the summer back there with his meatball buds, he comes back. He weighs like 285, just absolutely jacked.
Yeah, the amount of trembolone sandwiches that Gumpy's about to eat back in Canada.
His head looks like Barry Bonds.
Are you going to be working out all day,
That's
every
all
day?
I'm doing. That's
He's
all.
going to have 5 chains on. That first one isn't going to be able to fit because his neck is going to be so fucking big.
Good for gambling too, because it's all he's going to do is look at gambling there too.
This is like he's in a Canadian cave. When you were
Correct.
in the COVID cave, he'll be even better at
He
gambling.
could probably do an internship with our buddies.
Who, Morency?
Yeah.
I don't know if Gumpy wants to work full time for Sports Grid.
A couple days a week, you pop on.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
And the raging redhead?
Oh, good.
The guy's going through enough.
Who, Gabe or Gumpy?
Gumpy.
Both.
Whoa,
Wow.
whoa.
Morency, too, dude.
Opportunity of a lifetime.
Anyways, Gump, we can't wait for your return, pal.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few weeks, couple months, maybe a year.
Yeah.
If that homeless guy doesn't live in your condo while you're gone.
Hopefully the Canadian homeless people aren't a little bit more abrupt. You know, I don't know if a Canadian homeless who had to grit and bear it through all that winter every single year is going to just take a Heisman and fall.
Yeah.
Feels like they're going to be a little bit more sturdy than this bitch-made fucking bum here in Indy who just tried to run up on you, grab 4 chains, and get stiff-armed to his death, basically.
Pretty proud of that.
Canadian bums just like freeze to death in the winter, and then that's it.
Not a lot of bums when we were
I
up in
don't think
Toronto,
so,
right?
yeah.
Too
Terrible
cold?
in my hometown.
Oh, a lot of
Really?
Yeah,
bums?
they just sent up tents everywhere downtown.
Jesus Christ.
Kidding me.
Come on.
Listen, I understand everybody has choices and everybody's 3-4 choices away from being a bum or whatever, but don't be trying to rob a guy who's already going through enough.
Yeah.
My God.
Somebody send this message to the bum community. We're
Ease
we're
up.
fucking done with it. Bill Belichick was asked about who's going to be his offensive coordinator yesterday at OTAs. We'll be talking to Tom E. Curran in about 16 minutes. He is live on location, representative of NBC Sports Boston. This was his answer about the highly debated offensive coordinator, play caller position for the New England Patriots with Mac Jones going into his second year in the NFL.
We asked those 2 guys about what's the play caller role. Is that
months
one
away
from having a play caller?
So what plays are we calling?
Well,
Mini camp plays.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then a shit-eating grin afterwards.
Yeah.
What a stupid fucking question. Yeah, I'm smarter than you. I got better football knowledge than you. What do we call him? Look at his face. So happy to say that. Been thinking about it by the way. He knows that everybody's chatting about who's going to be the play caller, who's going to be the offensive coordinator. He has had numerous conversations, I would assume, within his circle. Like, why do we need a play caller right now? Why does everybody think we need a fucking play caller right now? We don't need a play caller. First question, hey, who's going to be the play caller? For what? He's just sitting there, lob it out there to call plays. Minicamp plays? Boom, dunk. I'm Bill Belichick, greatest GM and coach of all time. I assume that he knows better than us, right, AJ? Bill knows when there needs to be a play caller. Bill knows his staff. He knows his players. He knows his operation better than anybody else. And he is Bill Belichick, so it's easy to just say he'll figure it out. But why does everybody seem to have such a big problem with this? Because it's never happened like this in the past, you think, AJ?
People have an issue with it because he's not giving them all the information. Like, people feel like, hey, isn't it easy just to tell us what's gonna happen in the season? Like, who's gonna call plays offensively, defensively? And when he is evasive and he is Bill Belichick, people want to know more. I think that's what makes it a bigger story.
I don't know. I think the story was already big before he even gave this. Because
it is because of his resume, because of what he has done and all that he has done in the past. I think you are thinking very similar to me. I'm like, well, hey, Bill has a plan. It is not his job to tell us his plan. He should not have to tell us his plan. But also, going back to his comment, I love how he handled it. But yeah, they are calling plays. They just script them all, and they're doing walkthroughs every day, and they're doing all that. Like, and if they do OTAs, they are running plays. But yeah, it's not like someone's in the moment. Okay, 1st and 10. Okay, now we got 2nd and 7. What are we going to call? It's not that like bam, bam.
Yeah, and I think at this phase too, it is literally scripted everything.
All scripted. Yeah.
Ones do it, twos do it, threes do the same exact plays, just shorter. So, great answer. He felt like he had checkmate to the question. Mm-hmm. He had to feel good about it. Connor, do you think he's leaning towards somebody? Is there actual open competition for Matt Patricia, Joe Judge, and whoever else is on the offensive staff to call plays? Or is it going to be like how Darius Butler told us the defense, or Kyle Van Noy told us how the defense, or Ninkovich told us how the defense is? How literally weekly there's a different play caller almost on the defensive side of the ball because of a different feel, a different scheme, a different strategy against a different team. Some people are better at stopping the run versus the pass. Is that what he's thinking? Is there any information we have other than us all speculating on what Bill Belichick is doing?
I don't think there'll be a decision anytime soon. No way. Yesterday, he was the one telling Mac the plays for the practice. I don't think that'll continue to happen, but I assume it's probably going to be preseason games. They'll go every other. So maybe Joe Judge does one. Maybe Patricia does one. I still think Bill could be the guy calling the plays. I really do. But we'll see. And it's also who Mac likes, right? Because like that, I think, is the biggest part of this whole thing, is that he is going into his second year. The OC that he worked with, McDaniels, was a staple in New England for a long time, and now he has to kind of switch who the OC is. I don't think it's going to be a problem, but I mean, we're going to find out pretty quick if it is a problem, because we'll get blown out by Miami week 1.
Mac Jones looks incredible. He's got a good jawline, seeming to become an adult. There, I believe it was Bourne said he's like a pro's pro now. He was in the weight room the entire offseason. He looks really good, and his stomach is gone. He's in the best shape of his life. That's via NBC Sports Boston Patriots beat report, which we'll talk to Tommy Curran here in like 12 minutes. So he got after it. He's changed his body. He knows what the NFL takes now, what the NFL season is like. Everybody calls him an incredibly intelligent player, high football IQ, both in the meeting room and on the practice field. I'm excited to see where Mac Jones goes as he continues to become the best version of himself. Justin Herbert, now 245 pounds. 6'6", 245. A photo can move. A photo has surfaced of him looking like a fucking avatar. This dude, everybody's saying he's jacked and he's yoked. Sean Merriman said Herbert might be able to take a couple reps for Bosa. He might be standing next to somebody who's the same size as Romulus Roy, but that dude looks like an infant next to Justin Herbert, who's got his hair all the way back and has been hitting the weight room all offseason. I like seeing these body transformations once guys understand what the NFL calls for, what the NFL takes. How do I become better? Justin Herbert said, boom! Let me go ahead and fucking eat as many protein bars as Bryson DeChambeau and become a freak. I'm happy for Herbert. I'm happy for the Chargers here.
I'm happy too, because it's something that like you can work on, like your durability. It's something you can do. You got to maximize whatever it is. Like I say all the time, like it's a skill. Like durability is a skill that you can work on and you can hone. There's obviously things you are out of your control in crazy fluke injuries, but day to day, like if you're consistent with it and you build up enough muscle to where you can last through the whole season, I think it's awesome. And he looks like what a quarterback in LA should look like. He looks oh, there we go. There's our movie character if we were going to cast a guy to play the quarterback for a Los Angeles football team.
A little Captain America dropping in to be the quarterback of the Chargers with incredible hair. And, I think my big takeaway from this, and you heard it in Bourne when he was talking about Mac Jones, he lost his stomach. When I would come back after the offseason to training camp, everybody knew immediately whether or not I'd been working or care at all about football, right? I mean, everybody, if I come in at 250, if I come in at 230, it's so I'm almost trying to get in shape so that when I come back, people are like, okay, this guy was obviously attentive and cares about himself and thinks about the team in the offseason. That's a massive deal that his teammates are seeing Mac, and they're like, all right, Mac obviously dialed in the diet, the workout, fully focused on us being the best we could possibly be. And Herbert is obviously doing the same exact thing. That's great leadership, AJ. Great leadership. Without being around or talking, being able to see what leadership is, what the standard is massive for both of these cultures.
Well, don't you think it's cool to see in Herbert? We talk about like leadership and how there's different types of leadership. We all know that. There's rah-rah guys. There's quiet, like lead by example people that might pull people aside. I don't know exactly what leader Herbert is, but Herbert he is so secure in himself. He doesn't feel like he has to be fake and like call in fake huddles and bring the camera in. I like that about him. I think his teammates probably like and respect that the most. He feels like, hey, he's authentic. He could sit there and try to get in front of the camera and show that, oh no, I'm not like this quiet guy and people think I'm not a great leader. I'm going to go show the camera and make some weird dance and then say, oh, this guy really has control of the team. Like, no, he's just being him. I feel like his teammates and coaches absolutely responded. They seem to love the dude.
And if you win, by the way, yeah, everybody loves you.
That's
more.
all that matters.
Everybody
you
loves
could be
you
4'6" quarterback in the NFL, look like whatever you want to look like. If you can win games, people do not care.
It's gonna be hard to get a job 4'6".
For sure. It's gonna be an uphill battle.
But once you get in there, you start winning some games. Hey, the next 4'5" quarterback is gonna say,
Sure.
hey, that
Here we
4'6" guy was able to do it. I'll be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it takes. But if the Chargers, how long do you think the Chargers have, before they got to win that people...
Do they have to win it all?
No, I don't think they're going to win it all, right? I mean, it's going to be tough in the
Make a
AFC,
run.
especially in the AFC West with how good that team is. But they're going to have to go, right? And I know Staley had his first year last year. And the year before that, they had like 6 games they could have won. They fucked up. They just fucked it up at the end. That was Herbert's rookie year. Now he's in his second year. 2 different staffs, 2 different operations. But all these high hopes. I mean, Peter King's got him the number 2 team in the NFL behind the Buffalo Bills. A lot of people view him that way. They're now in the top 8 or top 6 odds to win the Super Bowl? I mean, that's huge for a team that hasn't made the playoffs, right? A couple years in a row. I don't know when the tide will turn, but I'm loving the Chargers right now.
Yeah, and with how much steam they have going into this year, I would assume like it's not maybe not Super Bowl, maybe not AFC Championship, but if they don't make it, to at least like the divisional round or get one of those buys in the first round of the playoffs, I think people would be massively disappointed.
Staley's still going to go for, is he still going to be the no risk?
I think so.
I don't think so.
Really?
I think he's going to change.
I don't know. He seems like a guy that, I don't know. I mean, doesn't he even say, though, about like situations or situation? Like he decides in the moment for every single, like he's not just going off a book. Like he's trusting instincts too at the same time, I think.
Yeah, he said, I come from the Bruce and Linda Staley coaching tree. So that's where I make my decision. His dad was a high school football coach, I think, for a long time. And he said he wants to have an exciting brand of football too. Like he wants their fans to know we are an exciting brand of football. That's an actual thought. That's marketing and strategy being in the same vein, which is good for, especially if you're in a new city. And that city has a team that won the fucking Super Bowl in that city last year. That's going to be tough. But if you win, you win. You win over fans, especially in LA. Bandwagoners everywhere. But I hope he's still exciting. But there are some decisions he made where everybody that knows the NFL was like, was the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah.
I mean, was the upside anywhere near what inevitably ended up happening? Because there was like 4 to 5 that were terrible for them. Mm-hmm. There was 3 to 4 that were great for them, but those 4 to 5 that are terrible, it almost sucks the entire juice, not only out of your team, but out of your fan, out of everybody. It's like, no. Every fake punt is a great fake punt if it works. Every fake field goal is a great fake field goal if it works. Gadget plays, same exact thing. If they work, it's perfect. If they don't, why are you doing all that? That's where they fell last year a lot. So I think he'll dial it back, maybe be a little bit more calculated in what he goes for and what he doesn't go for. But that exciting brand of football is something they're aiming to do. So I don't think it's going anywhere for a while.
You know what else is exciting is, scoring points and winning games. And as we've talked about on this show, 3 points is more than 0 points. It's not more than 6 or 7 potentially, even 8 on sometimes.
Yeah, it'll always be 3 will always be less than 6 or 7 or 8, which is a problem.
But always more than 0.
Well,
how about that?
Yes, that's true.
Hey, it also gives your
true,
opponents a little more to think about and work on too. Because if you're a defense, you're like, hey, we don't just have like a 3rd and medium package. We may have a 3rd and 4th down. Like, we got to work on 4th down plays. We're going to work on all these different things. Special teams, obviously, highly alert for the punt, so maybe they won't rush nearly as much, so it's better for that punter. Like, all kinds of little things that I think over the course of the year may help like wear their opponents down.
Yeah, anytime the other team thinks or is scared to death that you're going to run a fake, you're in a good spot. You get an extra.
And all week, though. But, all week when you play those teams, your
Taking
coaches
time.
are losing their mind every single day of the week.
Well, and taking time out of film study, taking time out of practice, taking time out of meetings when they could be focusing on something else, not just special teams. The defense, though, wasting time this week on something that a ghost. You're chasing a ghost almost. They're going to run something, keep alert for something. Well, what does that mean? Well, I mean, they could run a guy in motion here. They could do this entire thing. There's always, you're 100% right. The energy, the time that is taken away from the other preparation when they think fuckery is potential is huge. It is awesome. It's good for everybody. But
I can see, though. Sorry, finish your thing. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to say, doesn't the defense know you get one fucking 4th down stop, that game changes like this, right? Like, while you're calling that huddle, while you're breaking down the play call on that 4th and 4 or whatever at like the 50, it's like, hey, we get a stop on this I don't care what happened on last play. We get a stop on this play. This entire game is flipped on its head. Like, that's a big moment. That's a huge moment.
Flip side, though, if they get that 4th down, and also the defense isn't used to staying on the field for that 4th down too. So let's say it's in the middle of a long drive, and they feel like, hey, we're kind of wearing these guys down. We are absolutely going to go for it if it's 4th and 3rd and anything less than that. And then the defense, like normally, your kind of rhythm, you make a big stop on 3rd down, everyone celebrates and they run off the field, and the punt return comes on. Now you can't do that anymore. Those players are like programmed.
Everybody's fist goes up. They just look at Staley. Huh?
Yep.
4th down? We punt or not? We punt. Thank God. Fucking right. Here we go.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do that.
Well, to your point, too, though, like it seemed like multiple times last year it was one of those situations where they would go for it early in like their own territory, not get it. And we've seen them, like, they will come back, but it's like, hey, they let the sails out like that, and it's like they're dead until the very end of the game where they have to score on 4 consecutive possessions just to get it close. Like, it really was like big chunks of time where it's like, oh, you just took them out of the game.
As somebody who called my own fake with the ball being snapped from our own 19 on the first drive and us not completing the pass and them scoring immediately and then putting up another 50 on top of it, can really swing the game in that first quarter. Yeah. Can really swing the game in that first quarter. Let's get to a break here. We'll be back in 4 minutes with Tom E. Curran of NBC Sports Boston. We complete that, though. I think we win the game.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that we complete that, we win the game.
Lost by 50, though, with the incompletion.
Got the ball in the 19.
Risk reward. What does it matter? We don't know.
First drive, ball in the 19.
First drive.
First, and be so pissed. Defense going on the field and to be so mad. Not as bad as me. If the ball was dropped.
I would have been super pissed if I realized, if I look at the special teams coach, I'm like, are we serious? He's like, hey, I didn't call it. That's on him. If I saw you run off the field.
Hey, that was McAfee. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get punched, but at that point, I was more pissed than anyone. Because it's. I don't get a lot of moments of glory there.
It's exactly what happened when they played the Ravens. They were down like 28-0 going into the second quarter. But 2 weeks before, they beat the Chiefs because they
went for it.
They went, yeah.
Such a gamble.
Uh-huh.
Farts a gamble, I guess. Yeah. Farts are gambles.
That's right.
And that's what everybody needs to understand. We're back in 4 with Tom E. Curran. We'll see you then. You like Trey Lance, huh? You love the way he plays, love the way he operates. How about how he handled the whole situation last year? I mean, this isn't awkward. Isn't it kind of awkward situation going on over there, or not at all?
I mean, some would say it's definitely awkward. I mean, you trade 3 first-round picks for a quarterback. Like, there's writing on the wall. Like, it is what it is. It's the NFL. It's a profession. Everyone's trying to bring in younger, better, cheaper players. And then that's just the way the league is. And so there's an awkwardness to it, I guess. But at the end of the day, we're all here on the same team and we're trying to win Super Bowl. So it's the lucky thing that we have here at the Niners is I feel like we have a fantastic culture of guys that just want to get better every day, and we love everybody in our locker room. So, Jimmy G could have, he could have been a dick and said, it's not my job, not my responsibility to take care of this guy and put him under my wing. But instead what he did is he was professional every single day. He didn't complain one time. He showed up, he worked, he started, he got us to an NFC championship game and helped Trey along the way. And so I thought Trey took a bunch of steps forward. And for Trey to become a really good quarterback in the NFL, he needs reps. And so once this kid gets a lot of reps, just watch out, because some of the things I've seen him do in practice kind of mind-boggling me, so I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, he's considered what? Great athlete, right? Because obviously Aaron waited behind Brett Favre for 3 years, right? And I wish, and I've said this publicly a lot, and I'm sure the Luck family doesn't like this, I wish Andrew Luck would have sat behind Peyton for 1 year. Like, I wish Andrew Luck would have sat behind Peyton for 1 year to see how he operates in the building, how you operate with equipment managers, training, like everything like that. Trey getting an opportunity to watch Jimmy G do this. He's from the Tom Brady mentor camp or whatever. Did he make leaps? Like, did you see leaps and bounds as him as a player, as a football, as an NFL guy? Or is it just like a consistent growth with him and he's kind of just chill?
Both. I think it's consistently gotten better, but like you could see, like Jimmy G is a professional through and through. Like Jimmy G takes notes every single meeting. He asks questions every meeting. Like he's in his books. And I think once Trey saw that, he was like, oh, I need to do all that and more. And it's also too, we have a great quarterback room. We got Nate Sudfeld in there, who's also he's got a nice little silly release. I like him a lot too. He's great for Trey too, because he's a people person. He helps Trey with the offense, and he did a great job helping him all year too. So Trey has taken, in my opinion, big steps forward. Like if you compare him to last year's OTAs, I think he's two different players, and that's just exciting to see. Now, if Trey Lance was the starting quarterback, and if I say if, because I have no idea what's going to happen.
Yeah, not your decision. Not your decision.
Yeah, thank God it's not my decision. It's all you, Kyle. You got this. I believe in you. But all reps. And, if there's growing pains, there's growing pains. I think we have a good enough team around him, from Trent Williams to Nick Bosa to Fred Warner to George Ayuk to Brent to Debo Samuel. We have enough guys around him to help him out through those growing pains. And so if it happens, it is what it is. And hey, you know what? If at the end of the day we have to run the ball 35 times, count me in, baby.
Yeah, you love that, huh? Just fucking mauling people.
Oh, hell yeah.
Was that last season where you threw a guy and then continued to run, or was that 2 seasons ago? I don't remember. It's kind of all getting tracked. You're an absolute savage, though. Huh?
It happens every season.
Couple quick questions, though, that we have to get cleared up.
Okay.
You walk into a store, okay, and it's like a farming store.
Oh man.
Okay.
This is new. This is new to me.
No, I think you'll get it right.
Hopefully. Tractor Supply.
Tractor Supply. There's a John Deere tractor right here, and then there's a Bobcat tractor right here. Which one are you more likely to purchase, Matt?
John Deere.
Oh, yeah!
My dad had one growing up.
All you need to know. That is all you need to know.
Oh yeah.
All right, that was the only question.
Holy shit.
All right, that was the most important part of this whole thing.
Super Bowl for sure.
Yeah.
Bucket.
Super Bowl. Do you want to guarantee a Super Bowl or anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Come on.
Today's video is sponsored by the best ticket app on planet Earth and the Moon. This is your weekly reminder that listeners of this show get 10% off at the link in our description. We're getting close to the NBA Finals. The NHL playoffs are in full swing. Baseball's baseball. And they're going to be concerts all summer. Get tickets to it all on SeatGeek. Their seating chart will make sure you're getting the best value possible every time. Red means it's not a great deal. Green means hammer it because it's a great deal. Okay. Just remember to hit the link in the description next time you buy some tickets.
Good work, kid. Colorado's a good piece of business there. Joining us now, AJ Hawk to my left. You're right. AJ, this is becoming your thing, huh? Long sleeve, black shirt.
Yeah, 3/4. Yeah.
Can I see the 3/4? Is it tight on the arm or is it loose?
No, this one's not tight on the arm. This is loose.
Oh, it's loose little baseball if you wanted to get out there and take some hacks like Tom Brady and Gronky.
Hell yeah.
That video just hit the internet. Tom Brady hitting some bombs with Gronkowski out in the outfield. I believe Alex Guerrero was there as well, TB12, getting some work in. So I'm good. Hip rotation, bats lefty, golf's righty. best quarterback of all time, righty, Tom Brady, taking over the internet, continuing to do so before he takes over the network world. Joining us now, a man who latched his wagon to Tom Brady whenever he left New England and might have caught a couple ricochet shots through doing so. Now has cemented himself as the greatest Patriots coverage in the history of Patriots coverage.
Hell yeah.
From NBC Sports Boston, Tom E. Curran.
Hey!
What's going on?
We miss you, Tom.
I miss you too. This is nice. This is out of the blue. Post Brady, you never know when you're going to get a call, but I'm happy to be here.
Hey, we're happy to have you. Post Brady, how's life in New England? You finding good footing with Mac and the boys? Or is everybody like Tommy Curran? Or are you still on the outs with the Patriots? Because you did very clearly saddle the Tom Brady horse on the way out of town down to Tampa. Is that right, or am I misreading it?
No, I mean, I called it as I saw it. We had a little bit of dysfunction from 2017 on. We had cornerbacks getting benched in Super Bowls. We had, 2019 happened. And so called it as I saw it. I don't think I'm too badly on the outs, but we have a transitioning football team that didn't close 2021 at a real good clip. And now we have a lot of questions around the offense, which they're trying to figure out. It's curious.
Okay, so before we dive into who's the offensive coordinator and Bill burying somebody yesterday at the press conference, it was awesome to watch. Good to see Bill back with the smile on his face, the fulfillment that he felt when he was able to deliver the line that he's been waiting for, basically that question to come for the last couple months as the outside world has talked about who's going to call plays. Mac Jones in the best shape of his life, good jawline, ready to be there. He's been around town the entire offseason. That's what's being said by the players. Have you witnessed the same, and what are your expectations for him?
Yeah, he looked good. He looked thicker in the shoulders. That was one thing that stood out when I showed up last year and looked at him first time live, naked eyes on him. Boy, he doesn't look that thick. Now I think he's redistributed a little bit, bigger in the butt, bigger in the shoulders. I think it's going to help him. He's got plenty of arm strength when he's standing still. It's just when he's moving around. You have to give a full, heels to forehead appraisal, and I saw a bigger butt.
Yeah,
let's go. That's good, Tom. That's good to know. Two-part question here. How much weight do you think he may have gained, or how much muscle did he put on? And also, all this talk about who the offensive coordinator there is. Could you tell me, is there anyone on their staff right now that has called plays for an offense in a game in the NFL?
Yes. Billy Belichick.
Hell yeah.
And I think, when we talk about Mac and the size difference, I'm not sure how much different his size is. As you guys know, playing in the league, a lot of players want to get up to a certain amount, understanding they're going to lose 4 to 5, even 6 pounds throughout the course of the year. I know Brady used to like to get to 230, 232, and then he would lose as the season went along. So I'm not sure what he is in terms of weight, but he definitely redistributed. As for the play calling, it was interesting because Belichick did indeed, and I just retweeted a story about in 1991, Belichick calling plays in his first year with the Cleveland Browns. And when we watched their OTA yesterday, if I had to pin it down, right now, Joe Judge is passing game coordinator, quarterbacks coach, Matt Patricia, offensive line coach, running game coordinator, and Bill, just off of one OTA in May, was serving as offensive coordinator. Whether that's temporary or until further notice, we don't know.
Do you think it's an audition process for Joe Judge and Matt Patricia right now for Bill? Do you think Bill knows what's going to happen and just doesn't want the outside noise or pressure or anybody to really give a fuck about it?
Here's the thing. I bet he has leanings, Pat. I bet he has leanings, but part of not, and he has said this, which is why I'll borrow it, sometimes the best decision is making no decision. And I think that could be the decision. I'll make it when I have to make it. If there's a point at which I have to say, okay, I'm going to do it, I don't feel as if Matt or Joe are going to do it better than me, then that would be the case. But I really think that it is an audition, and you do want to have one or the other of those guys be the main play caller. To me, having observed both guys, they both can be very verbose. So you need somebody succinct who is quick and to the point with a quarterback. Boys, right?
Boys?
You don't need a million thoughts.
Boys? Now, well, Mac Jones' brain, we've heard, is like an incredible one. How much do you think it is because of how smart and the level of football IQ that Mac Jones has that Bill's able to do this? Like, I think this is a massive compliment to Mac, by the way, only in his fucking second year, Tom.
No doubt. I mean, imagine if it was Zach Wilson or Trey Lance or even Justin Fields, trying to master the way the Patriots offense is run. All of that experience that he got at Alabama under Nick Saban, under Bill O'Brien, under Sarkisian has absolutely translated and put him in a position to succeed here. And even to an extent, share with Judge, who is the quarterback's coach, hey, I'd rather do it this way. I wonder, and that's really what's interesting, we should get to that is, at least with Bill, not with you guys, how much input will Mac have in saying how he wants the offense to be run, or at least set up?
Only in his second year, too. Like last year, whenever we were covering the season, it felt as if when we were talking about rookie quarterbacks, we were not talking about Mac. We just felt like Mac was like a 90-year-old. Like the way Mac has kind of carried himself, the way he played, the way he acted, it just felt like, okay, this is a polished veteran almost, and he's not at all. I think we all forget about that. I assume Mac is appreciative of that. Have you noticed anything with him off the field versus when he got to Foxborough versus now, aside from the larger pooper and the larger, broader shoulders? Is there any different way he's carrying himself now that he has a season under his belt?
I think he came right out of the womb as a guy who was completely comfortable in his own skin and with his teammates. And I've seen that even more. I think, just behind the scenes stuff, he's been more involved off the field, been more of a fixture in the community. It's the kind of thing where you see with a young quarterback, whether it's Joe Burrow or Drew Bledsoe or Tom Brady or anybody who's drafted into a place, go ahead and own the city. Go ahead and be the guy who feels as if he's going to run that franchise, because that's the quickest way to get yourself to a $45 or $50 million a year contract is to go ahead and make yourself
invest in the city, be the city. Yeah, I think that's the case as well, especially, for the newer guys that are getting in there and try to cement themselves. Learn about the people that you're about to represent every single Sunday. I think that is a very, very real thing. And Mac Jones, he came in and watched the preseason game and the place went
nuts,
ape shit.
Yeah.
And it was like, I feel like that love has continued, which is awesome. Go ahead, AJ.
Tom, what about the defense? We're not hearing as much about the defense. I know with Belichick's involvement with the offense, he's usually heavily handed with the D. Do we have any idea the balance he's going to have?
That's really a key question, AJ, because when you look at the situation where the Patriots closed the season losing 47-17 and not forcing a punt with the Bills in the playoffs. Same thing. They didn't force a punt in their last regular season meeting. So they're that far behind their divisional rival. So They took care of Jacksonville real good.
Well, we didn't. We fucking. I was just
you
like,
guys lost.
Yeah, Tom, please, back to what you're saying.
We did 50-10. 50-10, the Patriots beat them, and you guys.
All right, come on, talk about the defense. You guys didn't get a punt on Buffalo.
They are completely reconfiguring the defense. They're doing away with the big 250-pound linebackers, even though Van Noy was a productive guy last year, and Hightower and Collins were there. They're kind of fumigating the linebacker room. They want to get faster. They need to get faster. Because if your main competition is Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle in Miami and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, you can't be, hey, we have 180 IQ defense, but we're not very fast. You got to get faster.
And that's the vision. Is Steve going to run that thing? I know he asked, and he said he doesn't care what his job is, what his title is. He is obviously direct descendant from the we don't fucking tell the media anything tree. But do you see him get a more prominent role from watching these OTAs? And can you really learn anything from these first couple practices?
I couldn't learn anything from watching the defensive stuff, and I actually locked in on the offense to see where Bill was, and Bill was really the coordinator for that. But I think it's a combined thing with him and Gerard. Steve is the defensive play caller. But I think Gerard Mayo does more of the game planning and designing than we really are giving him credit for, and that's why he's getting a lot of these opportunities to be a head coach. Again, it's wild because Bill, when he came here 20 years ago, said, look, I learned my lesson. I'm not going to be trying to wear all the hats. I'm going to delegate. And now, 22 years later, he's got every hat in the building on.
Yeah. He's like Bill O'Brien down there in Houston, literally.
Right.
Like, down there. And it didn't work out for Bill, obviously, but O'Brien. But it has worked out for Bill Belichick. And before Connor, obviously, can't wait to chat with you, whenever you two start, the wicked masshole shit you guys start doing there. How, like, inside of New England, do you guys view it the same way we do, which is like, it's Bill Belichick. Like, Bill Belichick will figure it out. Bill Belichick, greatest coach and GM of all time. Bill Belichick will figure it out. And Connor's like that, right? Connor is all in. Bill will figure it out. Bill will figure it out. But that's kind of like the same, I think, view on this whole offensive coordinator thing. It's like, you think you are smarter than Bill Belichick in football? Cool. Like Dan Orlovsky. You think you know the quarterback position better than Bill Belichick? All right, sweet. Good luck. I'd like to see you both sit down and do that someday. But it's hard not to think like that. How long do you think the world will think like that? And is that how everybody views it in New England?
No, that's not how everybody views it. And Connor can absolutely tell you that there's plenty of us in the media who are covering it. We watch and we say, okay, well, we understand what Bill has accomplished. But if you look at the draft since 2013 on, you would have done better if you went off the media drafts than the players the Patriots drafted. If you look at the dismount from Tom Brady, no good plan involved. You chased away the greatest player of all time. Your plan was to have Jimmy Garoppolo in, and Jimmy Garoppolo probably wasn't the answer either.
Jesus.
If you look at really a team last year in which Bill Belichick had kind of orchestrated the defense, and that's supposed to be a strong suit with J.C. Jackson and Stephon Gilmore, and they can't force their division rival to punt. I'm not saying that Bill Belichick's not first ballot Hall of Fame, biggest brain of all time. But, I mean, is it sacrilege? Am I bad, Connor?
Yeah, I was about to say, Connor, your turn. Patriots are dead.
I mean, you're not bad, Tom, but you go to 2013. We won 3 Super Bowls since 2013. I don't know if the draft matters that much if you're doing that.
Ron. Those guys who won those Super Bowls were the ones who were drafted. The Chungs, the Mayos, the Hightowers, the Chandler Jones, the Julian Edelmans, all of those guys, that whole coterie of players came in from 2008 to 2012. From 2013 on, they haven't added enough talent. And that's what they're kind of middling.
I did not expect this.
We signed Gilmore, and he won Defensive Player of the Year.
Man, yeah, but who cares? Have you seen your draft?
We won the Super Bowl. What do you mean, who cares? That's all that matters.
Tommy, I could not wait for you to get on here. I didn't know this was going to be a fucking, like a memorial almost.
Yeah.
For the good old
Not
days.
for me. Not for me.
Please. I'm a straight shooter out here.
Yeah, and he's there, boots on the ground. Straight shooter.
I don't think so.
Cowboys not coming,
You want
Connor.
to talk Celtics? Connor will talk Celtics. Come on.
No, let's stick with the Pats here a little bit longer. I'm enjoying this kind of. Connor, is everything that you say to us on air and off air a fucking lie?
Absolutely not. Not even a little bit. The Pats are going to be fine, and Bill's probably going to have the #1 offense this year. But, Tom, can you at least tell me something about the offense now? There's no fullback. Jakob Johnson just said, hey, we're not. They don't need my services because they're not going to use a fullback. It's just all spread, and Mac Jones just spinning the pill. And then please just tell me something good about Cole Strange, because all that's been on the internet is him at the goddamn Senior Bowl getting torched.
Torched.
If you rolled it a little bit longer, he did have a couple of reps where he stood up fine. He's
That's what Bill's
at least to their worries. Okay. And interestingly, this does add to the fact that maybe Bill is probably involved with the offense. Coincidentally, if he's really involved with the offense, he went offense with 2 picks right out of the chute. Yeah. Bill will do that. But Devontae Parker's a good ad. Their wide receiver room is good. To me, Con, if you want to look at it, Jonnu Smith missed a ton of time in the offseason last year. He had a baby. He had a hamstring. He blew off OTAs. He's there now. The Patriots want to make him their AH 2.0 without the off-field stuff. They want to have him.
You won't even say his name. You won't even say his name.
Well, I mean, if I do, you guys are going to snip it, put it out there, and the next thing you know,
he's a hell of a player.
Been around the block.
We still can.
Yeah, we'll still be. You saying AH 2.0, I think we'll get even more like
football-wise.
Football, yeah, on the field. On the field, you're saying.
Player.
I didn't know he missed OTAs. He told Bill to go fuck himself after Bill paid him a bunch of money?
A lot of people said to please bend over NFL because they were not happy with the COVID rules last year, you remember? So a lot of guys blew it off because they didn't think the NFL had a good plan in place. So there was a lot of bending.
Got it. Go ahead, AJ.
Tom, what do you think the Patriots' record will be this year?
8-9.
Oh shit! You guys are dead,
Missed
dude.
the playoffs?
What? Oh my god! I didn't know you guys were dead.
Connor,
You guys are dead.
I mean, hey, look, I said a few weeks ago I think the Dolphins are going to win 10 games, so 8-9 isn't that crushing.
Oh,
boy, I turned him.
expectations are low. Oh,
It
my
only took me
God.
8 minutes to
I
turn
turned
him.
him.
What'd he say?
What'd he say?
Said I turned him.
It's because of you, Tom. I mean, literally, it sounds like doom and gloom right now up
I
there.
mean, you got to be realistic. Look what Miami did in free agency.
And look at Buffalo. You guys couldn't even get
Look
the
at
punt in the playoffs. I didn't even know that.
We beat them
What is
once
wrong
last
with
year.
Connor?
Connor, are you
Yeah,
a
Nothing's wrong with me.
Is this because old Uncle Tommy Curran's here?
We're in May right now. Look, we'll see what happens by the time September comes around. I'm not saying we're definitely going 8-9 like Tom is, because Tom, you can admit it. You're a Patriot pessimistic. I mean, you can admit that.
He always has been. Is that something he's been? Like,
for a little
like
bit
around
now.
town, you and your friends like, oh, fucking Tommy.
Jesus, Tommy again.
Is that what you're viewed? Is that how you're viewed around town, Tom?
Yeah, it's kind of morphed into that.
So
What's that all about? It has to be a pretty negative existence. Huh? You just walk around the streets. Tom, fucking cheer up, Tom.
he's not the only one.
No. I mean, what am I supposed to do? You got the best offensive coordinator of this generation goes someplace else. He's not replaced by anybody but 2 coaches who just got fired elsewhere for not doing a great job. And I'm supposed to say, these guys are going to be terrific.
Yeah, you can't.
I mean, you can't do it.
Can't do it.
I mean, I have, come on, a reputation uphold, Con. You with me?
I'm not on that kind of facet. I don't have a reputation. I just kind of say
Ned.
stupid things. So
Well, what about his journalism, though?
Yeah,
You're doing it for journalism, is what you're saying, Tom? You gotta be-
journalism's dead. What are we
Yeah, the whole
talking
thing
about?
is just, you know what? We just want to be right. In the end, whether it's you, Connor, AJ, anybody, we just want to be right. So you're sitting there, you're all sports fans, and we'd like to see the team do better than worse. But in the end, when you're watching them play, and if you say something's not going to work, and it works, you go, oh, shit. Okay, notifications off.
Yeah, because if you're predicting gloom and doom and something good happens, it's like, you negative pessimist, why weren't you on our side? But if something negative happens, then you'll get more readers anyways. Everybody be like, Tom was right. Last question for you here, Mr. Curran. We can't thank you enough. Go ahead, Tone.
Tom, you mentioned him. Is Devontae Parker, is he going to be the guy in the wide receiver room and potentially the wide receiver that they've been missing for a few years?
Yeah, I think he should be and could be. The difference between him and Nelson Aguilar, because he's really playing the same position as Aguilar, is he's just a stronger player. Aguilar's a great field stretcher, but it's just not really what the Patriots offense does. So I would see Parker as probably supplanting him. They have more than enough wide receivers, Con. Their offense should be more than fine with the decent level of talent they have.
And a good play caller.
They don't have a play caller right now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what they need, it sounds
Well, they
like.
got to get one. I thought you said they have a good one. Yeah, they need one.
Oh, so you don't think Bill's a good play caller because his 91 season wasn't good? Is that what you're saying?
Christ.
6-10.
Oh, he looked it up. Well, how did the team do? All right, I lied
That's
to you.
Browns 6-10
Last question from Ty. Go ahead.
Tommy, you mentioned the Celtics. One of my favorite things on Twitter is seeing you post those videos. You with that explosive first step towards the bucket, elbow jumper. Are the Celtics kind of the team in Boston now? Are you sensing that? Is there more excitement around them than there is the Patriots? And how's the basketball game?
The basketball game isn't bad. We do transition over to the golf a little bit once April comes. The golf game is tight right now, real tight. But the Celtics.
What are you? What's your handicap?
8.8.
Oh,
Pretty good, Tom.
He's a player.
8.8.
Guy's got a stick.
People like the Celtics. People are on the Celtics, but it's funny because people are washing ashore after 90 games and rendering all these Look, the second best player on the Celtics, the second most impactful player on the Celtics is Rob Williams, and it ain't that close. Both sides of the floor, the number of plays and trips that he impacts, he is their second best and most important player. So when he's out there, sky's the limit.
So are you super positive on the Celtics all the time, Tom?
Most players.
Just why? You just want them to be better or no?
I just want the product to look good. I want to enjoy. I watch every single Celtics game, and when I sit down, I want to see a competent product of basketball.
Oh yeah.
Just right?
Fuck yeah.
Like Friday night was a disaster.
Last night though, good.
Terrific. Was it Friday night or Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Every other
Saturday
night.
night.
So is Boston transitioning to
A basketball
Celtics
town?
We've
Town
always been a
now?
basketball town.
to a basketball city?
Kind of. I mean, we don't have a lot going on here sometimes in terms of weather. Whoever's playing good, we're jumping on.
Bruins
Right,
stink, right? Bruins
No,
are dead.
Bruins are
Bruins
filthy.
are dead.
Yeah,
Red
Malkin.
Sox stink.
Red
Red
Sox
Sox are on the up and up. You know that's
Red
not
Sox are
true.
horrendous. I don't mind watching a team develop either. See, that's the thing with the whole Mac Jones thing. I don't care if they go 10-7 and 9-8. You just want to see him getting better. The post-Brady stuff was going to suck. We were all lucky enough to watch 20 years of the greatest experience in NFL history as journalists, as fans, whatever you
Entitled
were.
fans.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's
parade time.
But I mean, that's why you
Who's
gotta
that
have
little
hope.
fucking kid at all those parades? What's his name?
I don't know. The parade.
Oh, that
kid,
little
yeah.
shit?
That
What a
kid
legend.
sucks.
Hey, that kid's awesome. What a childhood. But it did make every other kid from every other city that grew up anywhere go, well, that would have been a fucking great time. You're saying those days long gone, huh?
It's going to be a bit. It's going to be a mess.
Oh, gloom and doom from New England, from our favorite New Englander that joins us every once in a while. I need to get you back on here more. I know you got time on the course. You're getting 8-8. Let's get that thing to 7. You know what I mean?
Done. I'll update you.
All right, we appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, from NBC Sports Boston, Tommy Curran. Man, we learned a lot there, AJ.
That was a tough 20 minutes for Con.
That was much different than what Con says.
Yeah.
And Con just all of a sudden backed off and started self-handicapping for everything.
Yeah, Con did kind of bow down.
Was not self-handicapping. We've had this conversation about the Patriots before. Like, Josh Allen is the guy, and he's in our
Con,
division.
you're full of shit.
No.
Con's been saying Mac Jones is going to call plays. That's how smart
He
he
is.
is.
I still believe that.
Quit
And Tom
calling
Curran
us.
kind of alluded to that. How much is Mac going to have a say in the play calling?
No, I think in the offense, not in the play calling. It'd be crazy if he calls his own plays. I'd be super impressed.
That'd be
What if that's why he's been around Foxborough, not only to build a pooper up and get broader shoulders, but also to go through the games, every single game with Bill Belichick, so he can just lock it into that photographic memory.
There's a massive chance that is exactly what's happening. And if he takes a step, then we'll definitely win 10 games.
No, you guys are going 8-9. Tommy Curran said it.
That's Tom.
Hour 3 is on the other side. Can't wait for that. We'll have some 5 energy phone calls. And Michael Vick, CN6, rhymed on the button.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Missed it in the first hour there with Ian Rapoport. Hard out early. That was on us. That was tough.
Kind of forgot about it. Snuck up on you.
You think Tom Curran can do this, AJ?
If he's an 8, yeah, I think he could do that.
8.8 is really good. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, we need to. You got me thinking. We need to get Aaron to question Tom during the match. Like, Tom, what kind of offensive play caller do you think Bill Belichick would be?
yeah.
Is that what Aaron's planning on doing when he goes in there?
I mean, I don't think so. I think he plans on having fun in his own sarcastic way, I'm sure.
Jeez.
You're so good.
Right off the face.
Thank you. Pretty good. I'm a pretty good ball juggler.
Pretty good at that, yeah.
I think I am a pretty good ball juggler, I believe. Yeah, pretty solid. You know what I mean?
So I'm glad you accepted my compliment.
Yeah, most things I'm not worthy of a compliment. It's normally just smoke and mirrors. But for juggling of a golf ball, I feel like on camera, I did that on game day.
Yeah.
I know.
While carrying on the conversation. That's the,
Yes.
you know.
And I think there's a couple million people watching that live at Masters. I think the president was watching. A president was watching.
Right?
Which one?
Barrio.
Don't sleep on Barrio.
Sleep on Barry.
Intercepted.
Yeah. I got a message from his
More
office
diversity.
that said, Zito's got pretty good Barrio.
He does.
I know.
Zito, we should do a full commercial of you dressed up doing a full
Yeah.
impersonation.
I would love to do that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But, you know,
Michelle gonna have to change those lunches again when she sees that.
that was a big initiative. That was a big initiative.
Don't tell me what to eat.
Zito did not deserve that. That was like a third, generation burial from Nick.
Yeah.
It was.
Bravo, pal.
Yeah. Good work.
Come on, Nick.
That was.
All right, let's get to a break. We'll be back in the next hour. Can't wait to answer some phone calls on the 5 Energy phone line. AJ, this should be a fun hour taking everybody home on this beautiful Tuesday, May 24th. The day we learned, the day the Patriots died. And Tommy Curran was singing, bye, bye, parade kid, goodbye. That was tough.
Oh, Celtics. And also,
Put on the ticker.
This is the third straight year that we've done this with the Patriots being dead with Tom Curran.
Oh, he pronounces them dead every year?
Yeah, the last 2 years.
Remember, the
we've done
cavalry
this.
ain't coming, which stay 7-9.
Yeah, 2 years ago, then last year.
So Bill, whenever Tom Curran walks in, Bill's like, that fucking guy right
Yeah,
there.
Tom.
He thinks everything we're doing is wrong. Since 2013.
Yeah. Won 3 Super Bowls since then.
It's awesome. Back and forth, cheers. Tommy.
Hell of a machine.
310J, dude.
Oh, top of the line.
That's when they were singing about being sexy.
That's right.
The 310J, when somebody saw it, they're like, that's sexy, and he was like, the country music, you're right, it is. She thinks my tractor's sexy. Oh, look at that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Hey, that's got a good cockpit in there.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like the Pope Mobile with all the glass around the top there, but it ain't no Pope Mobile because this one's fucking breaking grind. Hell yeah.
Party in the front, business in the back, am I right?
Well, I do believe we got business
on
all
both
sides.
ends.
That's right.
Yeah, the plow down there in the front is, although a good time. It is a good time to get that thing going.
Fun.
Business is being handled, dude.
Everyone's getting plowed.
And then on the back side, you know, whenever you start cracking earth,
Oh, yeah.
oh my
You
god.
need the excavator back there, the big dog.
And you know the thing about the seat on this 310J, it turns.
Yeah.
So it's always in the front, you know, whatever you're working on. Business can be on the front, both sides.
That's right.
Controls all around.
We worried about those front tires?
No, not at all.
That's how they roll.
No, they survive anything.
Those are standard Deere backhoe tires.
Look at the back
Someone like you
tires,
might be worried
Foxy.
about
Yeah, exactly. Foxy.
I'm just asking questions.
Foxy, it ain't about the front wheels. It's always about the back.
That's right.
All right, because these rear wheel powered vehicles that you would never understand.
Yeah, you don't know anything about that, Foxy.
You have no
I
idea.
would not know.
Wake up.
I got friends that know. I don't know.
Listen, when you're drifting gears, okay, on a rear wheel, especially if they're 600 some ponies, you got to watch for like any, you know, plot holes or debris.
Of course.
Because you can and then hit a tree. Because the back end kicks out. And then you won't drive that car ever again. Because how are you not supposed to drift it? And I guess, how are you not supposed to hit another tree?
Yeah, right.
That's my life. Doesn't have to be yours, though. Thank you, Andrew, for calling from the 310J. That's a beautiful piece of machinery.
It is.
Gorgeous.
Take that thing another round. Oh, look at that thing prop itself up.
Lift kit.
That's why the wheels don't matter in the front, pal.
Yeah.
Not sticky at all.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh, what do you got? Jesus. Fuck.
Got it.
Oh. For birdie finish. Ah.
The Pat McAfee Show.
There'll be no rules for our guests, for us, for the things we can talk about.
Speaking his mind
I've never had a problem expressing my opinions or my thoughts or anything like that.
while being relatable.
I haven't had that manufactured fake ass celebrity that a lot of people have whenever they go on those big networks. I've had a chance to really build my crew, build my following, build my audience.
And ridiculous.
What am I supposed to do? So I'm supposed to look at something that I can definitely afford and say, nah. Is that what I'm supposed to do?
The Pat
What the fuck are
McAfee
you
Show
doing?
starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back to that show, Hour 3. On this Tuesday, Tom Curran says the Patriots are dead. May 24th, 2022 shall begin right now.
Yeah.
AJ.
Hell yeah.
AJ.
How'd Con Man do during the break?
Con, how'd it go, Con?
I mean, it went well. We did talk right after, this was the day we need to remember for next year when the Patriots are dead again, and Tom will come on and tell us that. But, I feel fine about it. It's May.
Is that how Tom's viewed around New England? Like, hey, this guy's a little bit of a Patriot pessimist? Like, when I asked him that, I didn't even think that he's potentially the Mark Madden of Boston.
No, damn near everyone in that field out there is pretty out on the Patriots and Bill Belichick.
Oh, the media world?
Even some of the fans think that Bill is getting too old.
The media world's out on him because the way he's done press conferences for the last 20 years, and they just had to eat it, right?
But this has been Con can tell us though. This has happened many, many times over the last 20 years, right?
Oh yeah, I'm not kidding. Like the last 3 years, this has been the conversation around this time, especially after he drafted.
What's the record been the last 3 years?
They were what? They lost in the divisional in 2019. In 2020, they were 7-9, and last year they were 10-7.
Not a bad job. Not a bad transition from Tom Brady.
He said they're going back though. He said 8-9 next year. 10-7 to 8-9. That would mean that you think the team's getting worse. And he just said he wants to see progression.
Well, and the whole entire defense, what he said about the linebackers was real. It's like we got torched by Buffalo because Isaiah McKenzie was just faster than the linebackers we had on him. So they kind of got rid of the bigger ones, and now we'll see if it works. But
where's Hightower?
He hasn't re-signed anywhere. He's either retiring or he's waiting to sign until training camp with somebody.
You know how Bill takes notes all game? Do you think that's potentially like in that Bills game he's writing down, need to get faster on defense no fucking matter what? All right?
Yep.
Put that fucking pencil back in there. Let's go ahead and fold that and put that down. He seems to be the most, diligent in taking notes during game publicly on the sideline. I always wondered what those could potentially be. It might be literally get faster no matter what.
Yeah, and we heard D-Butts talk about it. Like, we have 6 safety kind of hybrid linebackers. Like, Jabril Peppers will probably play right in between there because if, the Bills come out in a spread offense and we can't cover the slot guy because we're too slow with our linebackers, and that's why you have all those safeties.
Let's go to some phone calls, shall we, AJ Hawk?
Let's do it. I almost forgot about Peppers being there. That's a good addition. Honestly, it really is. He is a perfect one of the big dudes that can play safety, but also come in. Yeah, I like that pick.
He's an X factor, that guy too.
Yeah,
right?
we have 4 starting safeties right now, basically. Adrian Phillips, Peppers, and then McCourty and Kyle Duggar.
Everybody's a linebacker. Everybody's a safety. You're just playing in the middle of the field, basically. That's all we need from you.
I mean, if your D-line can stand up, that's awesome.
Well, that's the thing. Barmore was unbelievable for us last year. He was a rookie out of Alabama, and he played unbelievable. So now if you just slide him in, and then you got Goose Anderson in there, too. He kind of got banged up.
Goose still on the squad.
Yeah, he kind of got banged up last year.
Goose.
Larry Guy's not there?
Oh, please. Larry Guy is QB presser all day, baby.
Yeah. Larry Guy blocks, kicks, and tackles quarterbacks.
Uh-huh.
That's all Lawrence Guy does. Let's go to the phones, the 5 Energy phone line. If you need a little bit of a boost in your day and you realize, I'm just kind of running out of energy in the afternoon, right whenever this terrible sports show comes on, I start kind of losing some energy for whatever reason, you need to get to 5hourenergy.com. That's the number 5hourenergy.com. Use promo code McAfee to receive
10% off
your order of any of the 15 delicious flavors that 5 Hour Energy has. AJ, what is your second favorite?
Raspberry.
Okay, I don't think that's a flavor.
available. Yeah, you guys haven't seen it yet. They sent it to me earlier.
Oh, this is a beta one?
I think so.
Beta testing.
Good. Raspberry's good. Cherry, obviously, is very good as well.
Oh, beta, AJ Hawk.
Yeah.
Oh.
The king of the betas.
Beta Hawk.
Change it to BJ.
Look at you.
Yeah, that is.
So proud of yourself.
I am. The alpha generation, coming around. Then there's the beta generation, that's shortly there afterwards.
AJ.
You love the beta.
Is there a beta generation?
Yes, there is.
It's you.
We have seen it in operation in its entirety. And I don't know if it's just, I guess generation would be age rank. I think that particular generation is scattered, throughout.
Yeah, there's a few different age groups.
That are the beta generation. There's nothing wrong with it, by the way.
No. All power to you.
Hey, shit, how do you get to C if you don't start with alpha beta?
There it is.
You know what I mean? How do you even get there? You know what I mean, AJ?
No, I don't. That doesn't make sense to me. But
Well, I'm just
you
saying-
can take the caller.
The B has to exist. The beta has to exist.
Bingo.
Because if there's no alpha without a beta, right?
Well, in tough times.
Correct. Tough man.
Easy times. Or tough men create easy times.
Weak
easy
men.
times create weak men.
Okay.
And it's just a cycle.
Say it with a little bit more confidence.
I mean, I knew I was going to fuck it up. I thought you were going to take the
No,
reins
you said
from
it.
me.
You said it right, though.
Oh, yeah. I did not think that was right.
Hammer it home.
Again?
Tough men
Create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men create AJ Hawk.
Wow. Pistol. Pistol.
Yeah.
Pistol just got
Sorry, Pistol.
shot across the
Sorry.
bow. He's in the basement drinking a
I mean,
martini.
come on now. You need to watch more. That's a Rogan thing, Connor. You got to watch more Rogan.
I did not hear that from Rogan. I heard that from Bat on here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is a quote, I believe, that has been said since the beginning of time. I do enjoy the motivational,
Do you?
the different,
What do you mean?
the different genres of motivation. That's one.
Everybody is motivated in different ways. I agree.
That particular fashion's like, hey, who's going to fucking stand up for the world? That's a motivation. That's one style of motivation. Then there's like hey, Jesus Christ did not create you to not be the best you could possibly be. Then there's the, hey, this is how you become rich like motivation style. There's so many different internet motivation styles. I enjoy them all. I get a good laugh. And good motivation out of all of them.
Yeah, that's but they're not trying to be funny though.
Well, I don't think I'm supposed to be their demographic either. But
Right.
I mean,
you are.
Well, if I'm
you're
not
right in everybody's demo, right? 35 years old.
Yeah, but if you're not buying into the shit, you're not in their demo. They want people that buy into the shit, right? That really want to transform their lives.
You'll buy in if you watch enough. You'll buy in.
I've watched a lot.
Yeah,
I have watched a lot, and I don't think there's been one time where I've been like, okay, definitely hilarious.
Wow.
Every single time I go, oh, that's hilarious.
What about when Gary Vee told you to think about one of your family members getting shot in the face? That's what I do every day, and it
That's a
motivates
different
me.
style of motivation. That's perspective motivation.
I love it.
And I believe that clip was taken out of context, just like the fight with the airline employee
that's right.
at the airport. The original cut of Brendan Langley, former third-round overall draft pick for the Denver Broncos, who would go on to play in the CFL. The clip that hit the internet that I think had 18 million views, the one video I saw on Twitter, was cut perfectly in a position where airport employee, little spark plug build of a man, beard, seemed to train every once in a while jiu-jitsu, has at least watched UFC on the weekends a few times.
For sure.
Has had an affliction shirt on before.
Yes.
Smacked Brendan Langley in the face, and then Langley hits him with like a bum, 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 knocks him out and says, you see what this guy just did to me? I want to assume. So everybody watched that and was like, holy fuck. This airport employee who just walks up to a guy, smacks him in the face, might be the most gutsy employee in the history of anything. Like, not even, trying to knock him out, just a smack like you child in the face, and then boom, eats one and gets out of there. Then gets fired, by the way. Full video has surfaced. Apparently, that was not the beginning of the entire altercation, the thing that we saw on the entire internet. There was obviously some baggage claim issues on who could go where, and TMZ released the full video here this morning. Same person shooting it, just the extendo cut. So that means when this video was initially put on the internet, it was cut on purpose to make airport person look bad, but then it was never deleted and still kept. So intrigued by whose camera this is. And here's the entire video of it. It does appear as if there is a chance that the airport employee did not hit first.
Yeah, right.
It appears as if that might be the boom, smack in the mouth. Another one, dodging, missing.
Yeah.
Oh, he wears affliction shirts. Oh, then boom, boom, bang, bang. Another one, a push, a shove. Now this is where we saw. Now we're in the video that we saw. This guy fucking, you just woke me up, bitch. You just woke me up. What? Night. And you're fired. And you're fired. And you're fired. You see what this guy did to me? He just said.
Yeah, that's.
If it wasn't for that bag, he comes back up and gets him down.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that if it wasn't for, he's got pretty good blood.
There's that metal thing behind the desk.
But I think the biggest issue that we all have is the way that video was hit the internet, and it was very clearly, the airport employee, biggest asshole dick of all time.
This guy's a piece of shit.
Fuck off. And then the whole video is like, well, maybe they were both probably. The reason I don't want anybody to go to jail. Hey, if you're gonna fight, have it out.
Did he get arrested?
I don't know. I would assume.
I think I read he might have, but I know Alec Baldwin came to the defense of the airline employee.
Is that real?
He did. I did see this.
Did I get a darn Schefter, or is that?
That's the first thing we've heard from Baldwin in months.
That is real.
What? Yes, dude.
Did I get Tone Diggs?
Of course, the only thing you know of this entire thing. Well, I know the guy who shot somebody on set or whatever.
Ironic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. That's why it has to be fake. I'm just trying to check with you guys.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for bringing that to the attention to check with us to see if that was real or not. I don't want either of them to get arrested, by the way, or lose their jobs. If two dudes want to go throw down in public with the thought or the fear of getting knocked out over the baggage claim into the bag, I mean, go ahead and let them have it. Let them do it, I guess.
We all know things get testy in airports. They're just probably both having a long day and blowing out some steam.
I want to wear my fucking mask again. No, I want to wear my mask. No, I want to wear my mask. Well, you don't have to. I want to. Is that what started this whole thing?
I think so.
Wow.
And then, boom, tried to help him put it on, maybe. Oh, you want to wear your mask?
Yeah. I mean, that second video, completely different. Or the first video that hit the internet, completely different story than the full video from the same person sitting in that. Like, so that person had to actively clip that video at that one particular part to basically set it into a full internet discussion about everything.
Like we always talk about too. Like at this point, there are so many people that saw that first one will never see this next video. Like found it in a TMZ article, you know, like the fucking everyone's mind is already made up. Like they saw that first one, it's like, oh yeah, this guy's a fucking huge piece of shit.
He got exactly
serves him right.
We got exactly.
What?
Oh, it's not an update on that situation or Alec Baldwin's situation. Michael Vick and the Fan Craze Football League have canceled his interview today.
What?
No. What happened?
No.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Should we still call him though?
I doubt he did. Did they cancel it for him?
Well, yeah.
Management.
Yeah.
They're trying to hold him down.
Was it stuff Tone's been talking about with the mask and all that, or what?
Was it potential of the new outbreak that we talked about yesterday and became the experts on all of a sudden? What is it called?
I haven't talked about it all today.
Yeah, I forgot what it was called. Yeah, you haven't talked about it all today, but did you learn anything more about it yesterday, or do you feel pretty firm?
There's been a few more cases, but everything I'm reading still, we good.
I wonder if it's because all the misinformation on his program.
Well, maybe he's just got to read that playbook. He's calling plays on it this weekend.
Well, is he? We don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It was AJ's breaking news.
Oh, the fact that Aaron's vaccinated now?
Yeah.
Hey, you really put some people in a fucking pretzel with your, not you. You did. A lot of people on the internet, like, I'm getting real texts from actual humans. Like, did Aaron actually get vaccinated?
Yeah.
I'm like, I do not.
I don't know. Maybe he did. I don't know.
Well, that's not what you said.
Yeah,
yesterday.
right.
That's the problem. You're starting to dabble into the Tone Diggs thing where everything is delivered the same way.
I don't know what I mean, honestly, you never know. Like when people tell stories, you talk to people, long conversations, maybe some things I expand on a little bit. I don't know.
What does that even mean?
Those are just words.
gibberish.
Yeah, those are just words.
Complete gibberish.
Would it be news if Aaron all of a sudden came out and got vaccinated? Like,
yeah,
Dude,
Hey,
you
it'd be
can't
news
be
to
that
me.
big of a buffoon.
Hey, it'd be news to me too. I'd be like, oh, let's talk about it. Why now instead of, back whenever we were getting run through every single political television on planet Earth, not just in the United States of America. I'd find that, I think people would find that fascinating.
I can understand that.
He is immunized though. So always has been.
That's right.
He's good.
Think about what was being said to him at the beginning of that entire thing.
Oh my God.
Now, I'm not sticking up for him, but now what we know and what we have experienced, and we're kind of on the other side of it. I wonder how Aaron is feeling right now.
How's his toe?
How is his toe? And is he ever? Oh yeah, remember? Have I said on public what he said to me?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, I can't say it then.
Oh, no.
What?
He say he doesn't recall. Sorry about it.
Oh, how he hurt his toe?
Yeah, sorry about it. I don't remember. Sorry.
AJ knows.
I mean, is that cause to worry even more? Like head trauma? You don't remember how you hurt your toe?
Well, bad friend, I don't know if he considers me that. I did not follow up. I think I laughed, actually. I didn't even say, like, oh, is your
We'll find out. We'll wear him down in Tahoe. We'll get it. We'll figure it out.
Hey, that's coming up, AJ.
we
Let's
go.
go, dude.
Yeah. You ready?
Well, I missed a couple days where I should have been golfing and I wasn't on the course. I chose to nap instead. So I'm kind of letting me down, Tahoe me down. I think there'll be a couple times where I'll be standing over a ball that is certainly not in the middle of the fairway. And I would have went, well, probably should have prepared a little bit more for this type of shot. And I regret it. But I'm pumped to get out there and experience the whole thing. I mean, are all the same names that I've seen on TV going to be there? Justin Timberlake going to be out there?
What?
Yeah, he's coming this year. Yeah, he's been there in the past. You can check on the website and see an updated list of who is committed.
Oh, McCorkle's going to be there.
Mac Jones?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be in a whole new fit with how yoked he is.
Yoked up and freaking Noble merch. Let's go.
Mahomes plays in that thing, right?
Yeah, is he on the list this year? I'm not sure.
Oh, that sounds like Mahomes not playing this year.
He might be. I just didn't see.
Well, AJ, you're kind of like the president of Tahoe.
No, I'm definitely not.
He is married now, so maybe he's got
a little less golf time.
Yeah.
How long you been going?
Man, this will probably be my 11th, 12th time. Every year I go, I'm like, man, how many have I been here? I've been here like 5 or 6 years. And they're like, no, this is your 10th. So I don't know.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's been a while.
go.
Yeah.
Hopefully
That's how cool it is.
Hopefully I become one of those people that's just always invited,
Josh Allen will be there.
Let's go.
Oh, here we go.
Alex Caruso.
Oh,
Curran.
smoking that gas. Hey,
Joe Buck.
love that.
Charles.
The Texas A&M.
Yeah, Texas.
Dwight Freeney.
Texas. Dwight Freeney's going to be there? Hey, he takes golf very seriously.
Robbie Gold.
Vince Carter. Derek
Robbie
Carr.
Gold takes golf very seriously.
Travis Kelsey. And Mahomes.
Okay.
Larry Fitz.
Tag team out of
The
Kansas City.
Miz.
What?
Fuck the Miz.
Yeah, I saw him on the list. Did you know that?
What's that?
Did you know the Miz is coming?
Yeah, the Miz has been showing up in my comments, every golf video I put.
I bet he's a great golfer.
I doubt it. He's from Cleveland.
Jerry Rice.
The king.
He's a blue-collar guy. He didn't grow up on a goddamn golf course. He's doing the real world, he's been wrestling the last 20 years. His body's got to be
He's an athlete,
shit.
man. He's an athlete, though. He can play.
I agree. He's a great athlete. Great athlete. What The Miz has accomplished in WWE is amazing, and we're all incredibly proud of him. With that being said, he stinks at golf. I know it. Has to stink. Look at the Miz.
Jake Owen, country guy. He can play.
I've seen Jake golf in different states of sobriety. He can play.
Ray Romano.
Jerry Rice.
Every year.
Ray's picture's very flattering.
AJ, your boy Rob Riggle.
Riggle's awesome. Yeah, Riggle is a legit golfer now.
Holy fuck. There's a lot of people going to this, huh?
Thielen?
There's like 90 guys usually.
Oh, the guy that's
Guys
waving
and
the
gals.
green flag. The guy that's waving the green flag for the Indy race. Miles Teller.
Frapes.
Here we go.
David Wells. Let's go.
Yeah, old Boomer. He's awesome. I played with him out there. Kyle Williams, stud. He can win the tournament.
Kyle Williams got great hands.
Braves?
Ooh, greatest knuckleball of all time.
Wakefield's here?
Yeah, Wakefield's awesome.
Let's go.
Holy shit, dude.
Thielen is a stud golfer.
Very explosive, yes.
Good field.
That is a good field.
Holy fuck. How did I get invited to this? That's awesome.
Michael
Yeah,
Pena?
it should be fun.
Well, thanks for the invite, whoever was
Robbie
in
Gould
charge.
can play. Larry can play. All these guys can play. They're all serious about golf.
Am I not on the list?
No,
you're
right.
right there.
Right there.
You're right next to Jim McMahon and Joe Meyer.
Look at the photo.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Joe Myers probably a stick.
Jesus.
Joe Mauer, #1 high school quarterback and catcher.
Former NFL punter and sports media personality. What's it say about AJ? Does it say sports media personality?
No.
Former NFL linebacker. Oh,
Shots fired, AJ.
just tackle the fan, okay? We don't need you doing any talking. Just get your meathead ass out here and tackle somebody.
Sounds amazing, actually.
Okay, so this is going to be a blast.
A lot of talent.
Canelo is deadly serious about golf, and he is good now.
Yeah, and by the way, Tyson Fury told us that he gets out on the golf driving range because it's very similar to the hip movement of throwing a punch. I don't know when Canelo was introduced to golf. I think it was pretty recent. I wonder how his hips just started flying. He's like, holy shit. I was supposed to play this sport. Like, I've been training for this sport with boxing my whole life, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Oculus boxing has been helping you this entire time with golf. Holy shit.
I was back in there last night. Got a little wind. Did not expect to be as tired as I got last night in the match. I guess sometimes you're going to have those days where you get blown up.
What are you going to do?
And knocked out. Let's get to a break.
You got knocked out?
Last night, yeah.
No.
Let's get to a break.
I thought you'd never been knocked out on.
Well, there's one other time in the past I've been knocked out. It was a one-punch knockout, and I said, what the fuck are we doing? They thought I was getting a little bit too confident, I think. One punch, I'm out, eyes don't open. It's over. I'm like, I got mad at the Oculus that time. I put it away for like 4 or 5 days. I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I got knocked out. I just fought 6 guys. My chin is impeccable. Why are we doing that? Had me get knocked out in one punch. Last night I went in straight to outclassed, straight to the champion. I'm just doing one fight here. This guy's going to take me to my limit. 3rd round, he did. Those eyes did not open.
What the fuck?
I was dead.
Wait, hold on. Zuck owns the Oculus, right?
Yeah, we're talking about his
He
suck
saw the
bots.
show yesterday.
Yeah.
The Zuck suck bots, all of that. Yeah,
Unleash the left-handed.
it's all related.
Someone did make one.
Connor, you get him pop up for you?
Yeah, actually, someone made one with your face on it.
It's not a bot then. It's
Yeah,
probably
it's not an actual suck bot.
No, but its name is Zuckbot.
So it's a parody cat?
Yeah, but that's a human
Z?
playing that account. We're talking about the actual AI suck bots.
No AIs.
You need to go comment on them in my comments.
Yeah.
Hey, come on over.
I actually was looking
Why don't
for
you try to
Gotta
talk
break the ice.
a little game?
I was looking for them yesterday, but the only ones I saw were the real estate people.
Yeah, the investors and the real estate people get in there early.
Yeah.
I try to delete them all though.
That's what I figured, yeah. But next time you post, I'll just get in there right away and just at every suck bot.
Yeah, like all their comments.
Yeah, right here.
Come.
Here I am.
I see you.
All right.
What's
AJ.
their usernames usually? Like a bot? How do you know?
Just some random name with some interesting photo, and then
A lot of emojis.
the comments are how you know.
Yeah.
Very clear. Well, you beating your fucking dick to my pictures? Like, that's what some of them say. And
Are you serious? Big wet butts here.
I mean, there's some despicable ones, and then the investor ones are a problem.
Yeah.
And then the Bitcoin had a little bit of a run with this one crypto investor was in there every single time.
The investor ones are the weirdest to me. Like, I guess it works on some people if they're going to continue to do it, right?
I think they're all just trying to get somebody to click on their link, right?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they're just anybody. So we'll send in the suck bots to get the lonely guys in there.
Yep.
You know, see if they'll come in and click the link. We'll send in the investor people. Oh, who's looking to make more money? Boom, not you, bitch. We're getting your money, actually. Then, like with the crypto stuff, oh, somebody has a question about crypto. This looks pretty personable. This message that is in different font than everybody else's. Let me get in there and boom, click the link. That's all they're trying to do is just get you to click the link.
And then they take all of your info.
Yes.
That's what happened to
people.
Bezos. Yeah.
What?
It wasn't a suck bot, but it was, they
Suck that
infiltrated
info
his
right
phone
out of
through a virus.
Anybody can get into anything.
Yeah. Yes, they can. Shiny flakes showed us that.
Boom.
Dark
Anybody can
web.
move anything, too.
Hell yeah.
We're back in 4 minutes. We're going to answer some phone calls on the 5 Energy phone line to wrap up this Tuesday. I thought we were going to have a good show.
Mike Vick.
We're going to talk fan craze football for the first time in their entire season.
Yeah.
Listen to this shit they're saying. Okay?
Sure you don't want to save it for after the break?
You're right. Yeah. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Cheers. What's up? We're like 20 minutes before the show starts here on this Feel Good Friday. Boom.
You probably would never see me again.
We're out of here to Grand Rapids, Michigan. What? Hello, Grand Rapids. Such a piece of shit. You know what my life consisted of yesterday after that game ended?
What's that?
Bunch of fucking clown emojis with mustaches burying me.
Oh, no.
I mean, burying. Go. There's a bunch of them. I mean, it was nonstop. Same emoji. Sorry, last one. Maybe, says Penny's thoughts. Just abs. Fire, Balky. There's another one. I'm here for this douche's meltdowns. A clown. Teal Tomahawk. And then Clown back and put respect on Jag's name when you talk about because they're Colts kryptonite since the top 3 quarterback retired. AKA, man, y'all motherfuckers got the first pick in the draft again! Ain't nobody putting respect on you. You're not putting respect on your teams. Have you got a clown as your fucking emoji? But this is what I actually kiss our teal asses. Good morning, Pat McAfee. Just a reminder the Colts will not be in a playoffs. Matt Hole!
Come on, Matt.
This team has not been in a playoffs!
Come on.
And he is just right in sending this to me. This clown is right. Because what happened yesterday, after that game yesterday, and then it's not just...
My
By the way, it's
God.
not just clowns on the internet around Clown Town, Duval County.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
this whole thing has kind of crept into our group text messages.
Absolutely.
So our group text messages this morning as we're getting ready for the show, lots happening. You know, a lot of coaches were fired.
Yeah.
Flores, he won 8 of the last 9 games. See you later. Nagy, Zimmer, Fangio. I'm talking, there's a lot of big time news happening around the NFL that maybe we could talk about instead of the Colts thing, but no. Even in the group text, they just sent this over like 20 minutes ago. A perfect QBR, 100.
Okay.
Average QBR, 50.
Makes sense.
So it's not like grades. Average would be 70s,
Right.
70s or whatever. In the NFL quarterback QBR, 50 is the average. In a play-in game, okay, which I didn't know it was. I assume they did.
Yeah, I would guess they did.
Maybe.
And last week, by the way, against the Raiders was as well, I guess.
Right.
I mean, and how's your family? What a fucking win. We will talk about that.
Yeah.
Because Staley's ended up on the side of a stat that isn't that great, but it'll be ignored because the greater stats say something different. Whatever. Stat that. That was actual. They're not like your bullshit.
Well, I still think mine are.
In a playing game against the worst team in football, number 1 pick again.
Yep.
Carson Wentz posted a QBR of 4.4. What are we doing?
Yikes.
Is that a real number?
I don't know where the 4.4 came from, to be honest, after watching.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there was a completion or two out there, but what the fuck happened?
Here we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command. Like, yeah, about to see me on demand. Like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side.
Back. Welcome back to the show. There's a couple food trucks outside here. The owner of this entire block basically got some food trucks out here, a little celebration, had some lunch, you know.
Nice.
Herbie went and got some lunch. Thank you, Herbie.
Yeah, baby, Herbie.
Very nice. Had some pizza and some sandwiches out there. Just got a little breadstick as well.
Right.
Pretty good. Not too bad.
Is it free food?
I believe it was, yeah. Paid for
really?
by the, hey, sorry your power got turned off.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Sorry, your
Big show.
toilet doesn't work.
Yeah, sorry that, hey, but we still want a good community here. That's kind of what it was. So thank you to them for the food.
Thank you, owner
Thank
guy.
you for the food, Buckingham.
Do you need to apologize to them for saying they're throwing a party and being upset earlier?
No. Enough has happened. They can apologize all day. I guess we can apologize all day. We'll just kind of move on. You know what I mean? And we will with the Thunderdome.
Hell yeah.
Hey, drawings and sketches are obviously all coming together. Videos from the place is starting to look very nice, starting to take shape.
Whoa.
Here we go.
What about the Hawk House?
Well, the Hawk House, it seems like that is the only thing that's been delayed. Why?
There's no delays. No. We are doing our due diligence. I was texting with Big Tim earlier today. We might have a walkthrough. Someone might come check out the space here sometime this week.
Okay, I can't wait to see it. Tim's up there, man in the fort. He is wearing jeans and a t-shirt.
Nice.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Tim.
Mare fatigue.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim.
Let's go to Tucker in the... He's been dressing like a fucking asshole. What? As of late.
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Just like, I don't know why he's been dressing the way he has been dressing, but he's no longer dressing the way he's dressing, and we're all very thankful.
What do you mean? Not wearing like PJs out and sweats or?
No, not like that. He was
crawling around in a ghillie suit like a sniper?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah, some contractor, is coming to meet him up there. It's working. My name is all over everything. Meets Tim. He's got the ghillie suit phrase on. Hey, just got done shooting in the back. Just laser bullets, no problem. Come on in here or whatever. And I got your back. I got your 6 or whatever. It's like, all right, Tim. Fucking put some jeans on. All right, shake their hands. Let's go shake their hands. Let them in the fucking building. I appreciate the hell out of you, but let's calm it down. Okay, let's dial it back a notch. Well, I'm just having fun. Yeah. All right. Too much fun, Tim.
Let's go shake their hands.
Let's go shake their hands. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. Just fucking just go let them in, have them do their thing. Old Tim, he's up there all by himself. He's on an island.
Oh yeah,
he's on an island out there. So we potentially need somebody to have conversations with him, not just himself.
All right, Herbie.
All right, let's start. Herbie. That'll be on rotation, just like the shirts are for 15%.
Right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Got to go talk to Tim up at the Thunderdome as he's holding it down. We appreciate you, Tim. Jeans look fantastic.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Although the fatigues also play.
He looked he has looked like an asshole on numerous occasions, AJ. You hear me? That just a full on, what are you wearing? But I enjoy it too, whatever makes him happy, but off time when he's not being paid. Yeah, you go do whatever the fuck you go do.
He jumps around the yard, you thinking peeks in the windows in a ghillie suit for your mom?
Well, I would assume, yeah. And, he's doing it for Sally too. He probably said, this is for us or whatever. And she's like, all right, thanks. It's great. It's awesome. He's I don't want to say he's retired because he's still obviously working and meeting and having to do stuff and fix shit at my house and other people's houses. He's still very much working. He's not retired. But I do believe he's starting to enjoy life more, which I am very, very thankful and excited about. But on your own time. You know what I mean? Still.
The custom dog
jeans and
tags
t-shirt.
are sick, though.
Just jeans and a t-shirt. It's all. Hey, listen, what if I told him a fucking suit? I need you in a suit.
Yes.
He'd be so mad. Never had to do that ever. I was like, hey, listen, need a suit on every fucking day up there. He would. I quit. How about that? I fucking quit. No, it's just Tim McAfee is up there and he's been sending videos and updates. The Thunderdome's come together together nicely. I cannot wait to get in there. We're up to something. There's a lot of shit coming together right now, which is pretty fucking cool, AJ. I'm very excited about all of it.
It's what is it, May 24th right now? There's a lot going on, huh? A lot can happen over the next however many months.
Well, we have a lot of time before the season. How many days?
106 days till NFL football.
You still doing it on your Twitter?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Haven't missed a day.
Also, quick question for you, Pat. I don't know if you remember or not. Right before we went to break, you grabbed a sheet of paper. Listen to this. You won't believe what happened.
No, listen to this shit is what I said. My exact words, because we got a little press sheet here from the Fan Crazed Football. So this Saturday, May 28th, will be the last week of the Fan Crazed Football season version 2.0.
Damn.
They will have playoffs, though.
Okay.
FCF continue to eclipse last year's successful debut.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is the second year. The first year happened. You remember the first year, Marshawn Lynch, beast mode?
Yep.
He was there. He didn't play, but he was there, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Johnny Manziel didn't dive on the fumble.
Right.
But Johnny Manziel was playing.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff. This year, T.O., I believe, is playing.
Yep.
Last year was Flash was playing.
And then
That's
he went
right.
to the Chiefs.
I think Michael Vick's calling plays or something like that. Fan Crazed Football. I think the fans call the plays. Michael Vick's going to be a part of it. Maybe. We're not 100% sure.
Hey, real quick, I saw a picture. What kind of facility are they playing in? It was what was that?
A barn? I don't know.
Yep.
It was like a hangar almost.
It's like an old roller derby barn, I think.
There it is.
Okay.
Looks good. Hey, they're doing their thing, all right? Two seasons they're doing it. FCF continued to eclipse last year's successful debut. To date, league has amassed more than 12 million live views across Twitch, Peacock, NBC, LX, and DAZN, surpassing last season's total viewership of nearly 10 million live views. That doesn't sound real.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've seen the clips of
Smashing success, it sounds like.
I concur. But live views is like live active watching the games or whatever. If they're getting 12 million live views, they're beating the NBA. They're beating some of these.
More people watching that than the PGA Championship, the playoffs.
That's like
Which was huge numbers.
That's like clips. I've seen the clips. That would be more like VOD style. Live views are saying like actual live watching the game. 12 million people this season. Last season, 10 million. I mean, fucking good on them. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Are they taking some liberties with live views, or are they saying if anyone tunes in for a half a second and checks it out, then that's a view? Right?
I think that is how people. The second one you said, liberties. I don't think FCF would do that.
No,
liberties on any numbers or anything.
Come to think of it, everyone does talk about it too.
Have any of us watched it?
12 million lowballing.
Oh wait, no, they don't.
What?
That's rude.
Yeah, they do.
When I read this, I was reading this. I was taking a shit before the show as I was reading this, and as soon as I got to that part of the paragraph, it was tough for me to get. I had to go back to the top. Let me read that one again.
Should have used that to wipe.
Let me go back. No. But I went back to the top. I read it again. I did that a few times. Lost feeling in my feet. How long I was like, they got to be saying something differently than this. That's insane. Congrats to the success.
Yeah, let's go.
That's 12 million live views.
That's
Imagine
crazy.
what the playoffs are going to get.
What are people?
Yeah.
People, what? USFL is dead. Okay.
And we control it as fans. We control it. That's probably why they get so many views.
That's your fan, right? You're a fan of FCF. You're part
How
of
exactly, can you explain to the other fans how us fans control the game?
Well, below are links to FCF Week 6 highlights. The show has full rights to use the video during the Vic interview. Attached are fed as a TO and new beast owner, Todd Gurley. Hey.
Wow.
Todd Gurley the second on site Saturday. Please let me know if you have any questions. We appreciate Brian for sending us this information. 12 million live views is a lot of views. I don't even know if you guys know what you guys have. If you're getting 12 million live views, let alone on demand or any post clips that are kind of afterwards. Live views means as it's going, right, Bill? I mean, you're more dialed in, I think, to all this than I would be.
I think this has to be cumulative, so that means like through this whole season, they've amassed 12 million live views, which is still impressive. But like you said, there's been 6 weeks of it, so there's probably like a gaming 2 million a week.
You think?
I don't think
2 million a week are watching the FCF live? Congrats to the FCF.
Here we go.
What were you going to say, Bill? You're going to say the gaming community?
Well, no, that adds up Twitch, that adds up Peacock. So, I mean, there might be a little bit of gamesmanship going on there with the...
No.
That can't be.
Bill. Watch it,
Bill. Last time Bill came in, remember, it was a $1.2 million ticket to VCon.
That's right. He almost bought it.
And $2.1 million ticket to VCon, which is still available, by the way.
Which we learned is also an NFT. So that was like a rare Pokemon NFT for 1.2 million. Is that why it was so much?
Why is everybody so fucking full of shit? I mean, honestly, there's no way that happened.
Well, why not, though? Why not make it available? Hey, it doesn't hurt to ask, right? What if someone is dumb enough to buy it?
Well, maybe it's
or
maybe
smart
they're,
enough.
Maybe they're telling the truth or whatever. And if they are, we need to start paying attention. If there's 2 million people every single week,
That's a big number.
watching
Don't worry. There's
live FCF, I'm sick of you guys and us. I'll consider myself this. Of us being, you too, AJ, what are you fucking laughing about? This program is so lazy. We won't even watch what 2 million fucking views or live views a weekend are getting in our sport.
Won't even think about it.
This show's got to be.
Not a chance.
It's amazing with that many people watching. There's no like videos on Twitter of how sweet it is.
Not even a single tweet about it.
No, I see the clips.
Yeah.
I see the clips.
Is it like one every 2 weeks?
Yeah, good views though. Hey, good clips.
Yeah.
Awesome clips. They do well. And if they would have said like 20 million views on all of their clips across social media and everything, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. But mid shit, they say 12 million live views in this season. I mean, we're talking just full explosion into the toilet. That's insane. Good for them, man. Good for them.
I mean, when I got in there and realized, I was saying, hey, fucking run it up the gut. Run it up the gut. Run it up the gut. Keep saying it. They don't fucking listen to my goddamn play calls. I was like, I'm not fucking watching this shit again.
Bill was about to say something. I think he had another piece of information. He looked to be very eager and excited to say it, Bill.
Their last highlight video on YouTube has 13 views.
Holy shit, they're fucking crushing.
Yeah, but they're on Twitch and Peacock.
Yeah, it's live. It's his own.
12 million live views.
13 views is big, though, when you think about like the inception of the league.
True.
Listen, we used to roll around 30. We got 90 views on our TikTok yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
And it got muted.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I thought TikTok was all about the music. We put a TikTok up with a song on it, got muted, and then buried. 90 views.
What song was it?
What? Are we not doing
Swag
TikTok,
surf.
right?
My hand in her hand. You know I'm pumping hand. I'm on hypnotic, exotic. That song, banger.
Hey, that's TikTok generation, I guess.
Yeah, we've had
They don't
3
want that.
copyright infringements already.
I'm always like,
On
what
the
the
top?
fuck? I'm like at halftime. I'm always
get
bringing
that
bands
thing.
out, dude.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the phones. TikTok.
Diggs has got to be. Don't you think Diggs is shadow banned for sure?
Well, there's no way Diggs is
Has a TikTok.
cowboy tone here.
I mean, on all platforms, he's shadow banned, most likely.
I think I am actually.
No.
No, his Twitter is up over 100 some thousand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Twitter.
Should be over
Twitter
a mil.
were good, but
I thought monkey
Where you at,
pox.
Twitter? I think Foxy's up over. Foxy's got good stranglehold on Twitter as well.
164.
115.
Let's go,
go.
boys.
For a video guy.
We never talk about that. Like that's a lot of followers. Foxy.
yeah.
You're dunking on a lot of people with 115. How many? What?
164.
Tony.
Let's fucking go, Toad.
I've really found my niche here in the last, year or so.
Yeah, but only in the last
Yeah.
few weeks since Elon has really started, banging the drum. If you've really seen the.
When the monkeypox video was going big in the medical community, I know they all kind of co-signed Tony's thoughts.
Yeah, and it was a lot of people that said retweets are not endorsements. It's like, what kind of?
Yeah.
It felt like you were
Kinda.
endorsing what Cowboy Tone was saying there. AJ, how many followers you got on Twitter? I think he's got like 200 something.
Has to.
Oh, I thought he didn't.
No, 3 something, I think.
AJ tweeted
super
yesterday.
active.
You tweeted?
Whoops.
Yeah.
Why was that
So fun.
quote tweet? Whoops.
I don't know. I just didn't want to retweet it. I just wanted to put something in there.
Hey, it was a good tweet.
I liked it.
It was a good tweet. I retweeted it. You still got the big
did
red,
well.
red A? Yeah, it fucking did well. Huge. 300 some thousand views when I saw it this morning on that video. I think, or 250,000 some views on it.
What's the red A stand for, AJ?
I don't know. I did that. I don't know when I did that.
Well, you did that because I had the P.
The P, yeah.
That's right. I was doing it to try to see. Yeah, that's right.
Was it 260 on that thing? I
How
can't
many
see it.
followers I have? I don't know. Can you
280,
scroll up?
284.
What is it? How many followers does AJ got? 284,000 views on the Twitter video, by the way.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking solid. Pretty good, AJ. That's because you.
That's a lot.
It's a big video.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Damn.
318,000. Jesus, look at the ratio too. 244. Can you scroll down a little bit so we can see how many tweets he's got?
That cover photo's sick.
I don't know how the laptop will work.
Desktop version.
Yeah.
You got to go on the
on your phone.
Yeah, on your phone on the top it says the amount of tweets per followers. That's always my go-to whenever somebody with like 150 followers says something to me and they have 200,000 tweets. It's like, hey, fucking hang it up. All right, you've given your best effort here and nobody cares. Okay, you've spent this much time tweeting. Fucking retire it, pal. Fucking get off this platform. Go to another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He's got 2,280 tweets.
fucking 300,000. That's fucking.
No,
you
no,
might
no.
have the
No.
greatest. You might have
That's
the
way
best
more tweets
ratio
than I
on
thought.
Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
That's very good, AJ. You're a fucking champion of the internet.
Yeah.
Hero.
Let's go to the phones. TikTok, though, we're never going to be able to figure it out. And Instagram's got so many fucking suck bots. It's really hard for me to go anywhere other than Twitter. But here we are on YouTube, pretty big presence. I think we're.
So there's, but you don't have Twitter suck bots?
I think I've either deleted them or muted them or whatever got them out of there.
Yeah, they've gone full-time Instagram, it feels like.
Yeah, they've kind of moved their attention over to the Zuck sucks over there. If they can get somebody to click a link.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like Twitter, man. I like it a lot.
Love it.
Everybody was losing their mind when old Elon bought it or whatever. I did see quite a change. They're about to go bankrupt. I forget how many years, 10 years ago maybe? And they became like tabloid city. Like the Explore page became basically a paparazzi thing, and the Kardashians just took over Twitter real quick. And it was like, oh, fuck. So they definitely sold out or whatever. Now, you know, hopefully they're able to keep this thing going because it is by far the best platform on the internet. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, by
It
far,
is.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
not even
hilarious,
close.
too.
It will always survive, too, I think.
I
And
agree.
Elon knows that because it's, you know, Reddit, I think, I've never gotten into Reddit. I have a massive respect for the, you know, the sleuths of Reddit. Reddit has a great investigative team over there.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like Redditors naturally investigative people. They expose things and they find things and it's great. They call that like the homepage of the internet, basically. Reddit is like where things start. Twitter feels like where things go. You know, like they go to Twitter. We'll always end up there. So I'm lucky that I kind of started there. I wish it would have been a place that paid creators.
Yeah.
You know, Twitter would have been a place that paid creators. Now they're super follow, and only a few people really deserve that. Josiah Johnson's one of them.
Absolutely.
Some people are saying they're a super follower. They got like 10,000 followers or whatever. And I like scroll through a thing. I'm like, you're charging people for these fucking character limit you got right here?
Come on.
I don't think you should be.
No, Super Humming should be as well, guys like that.
Superhuman, they'd bring out his fastball.
Yeah.
He's got it.
With a
He's still alive? He's still
weed
doing it?
whacker. Weed whacker.
Oh, yeah.
No,
And
I do
hot
not want to
sauce.
play that. That yell does not need to go over.
No,
to
it doesn't.
This was different. Superhuman. He took this. He showed range today.
You got to show it. You got to show it to
No,
us.
because normally it's ah. This time it was a high pitched.
Yeah, like squeal almost.
Yeah. Superhuman put himself through some pain. He should have been in Poopies. He should have been in Jackass instead of fucking Poopies.
Oh, come on. Don't slander Poopies. There's no reason for that.
There is.
Yeah.
There is reason.
Poopy's fucking jerking us around. What do you mean?
I love.
Poopies knows his value.
Well, I understand. You're right. Poopies is the
You're a
best.
businessman. You get it.
I understand. Poopies, he brings something nobody else brings. But on the contrary, so does Superhuman.
Yeah.
There's levels to this shit, and Super Humming is fucking way up there.
It's Superhuman, right? Or is it Superhumming?
I don't
I
know.
think it is, but I just like saying Super Humming, so I'm just going to keep running with that.
Yeah, it's a double M on human, but I assume that's because Superhuman was taken. So he probably
Is he
tried-
making money?
I hope so.
Bank.
Yeah.
Sicko Dad is kind of a new character, too.
Psycho
Psycho
Dad.
Dad.
So you're talking about 217,000 views.
That's a lot of views on Twitter right there. A lot of views on Twitter there.
One of the one I saw was like 1.1 million.
That's probably his pinned one, or just another random day in the office for Superhuman.
Yeah, I think it's him jumping on printers.
Yeah, the
Two
printer
big-
one. He had a little run there with printers.
Oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah, brought it back
Legos.
recently.
Legos came out.
Yep.
Cheese graters.
Cactus.
The Weed Whacker one was tough to watch. I'm a Superhuman fan. The Weed Whacker one was pretty tough to watch.
Did he weed whack himself?
No.
Psycho Dad.
Psycho Dad.
Is this his dad?
I mean, it was. It's assumed to be
Yeah. There's
Where did he hit
resemblance.
him with it?
right in the back.
Yeah. Then dumped hot sauce on the wounds.
Oh, jeez. I thought you were saying
Still
hit him
got
right
it.
in the
That was a
genital.
nice little touch.
By
Yeah,
the
it
way,
was.
still got it.
Yeah.
So if he has a super follow, let's all
Maybe
super
consider
follow.
it. Yeah.
Buy some merch.
This is for all the juggalos and juggalettes. Fuck this shit. Woo woo. Ah! That's normally how. That's the soundtrack of basically every single video, and we appreciate his service, man.
Yeah.
Don't disappoint.
I mean, there's a video of him just with a printer and the tacks all over it, and he's just karate chopping the printer with the tacks on it.
Same computer, Same tax.
Yep.
Climbs up onto his roof. Jumps off of his roof onto tax and to printer. Ah!
Yeah.
Then rolls in the tax.
Yeah.
And then every time he rolls, by the way, more pain. Ah! He's the best.
Yeah, got himself stuck in barbed wire a
That guy's
couple times.
the last backyard wrestler, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's the last backyard.
Yeah. Last one worth a damn, that's for sure.
Well, there's death matches, and what happened in those death matches is insanity in the wrestling world. It is wild to watch for everybody's entertainment what some of these dudes will do. It is insanity. Superhuman, though, old school, looks like it's like just backyard wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is what I'm going to try to do, Lay, and it's everything you think is painful.
Yeah, doing it off his trampoline. You know, he built that little like platform that he almost uses exclusively for stunts. He's a legend.
Let's go to Eli in Michigan. I assume he knows about Superhuman, but what does he want to talk about? What do you want to talk about, Eli, on the 5 Energy phone line?
Oh, hey, I just want to talk about some Detroit, Michigan football.
Sorry about it.
Oh, no, that's all good. I just want to say real quick, last year during the beginning of the season, I called, and I said Jared Goff was the worst decision as our quarterback. Called it. And on top of that, and also, with that being said, Foxy, are you from like the Ann Arbor area?
No, Lansing area.
That explains a lot. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
Oh, shit. Set you up. He knew exactly where you were from.
Eli came in here with a plan.
Yeah, that's not a
I'm going
shot.
to legitimize my call. All right, last time I called in, I said this. Bingo.
Got it.
Also, let me fucking just go ahead and get Foxy real quick. Hey, Foxy, you from Ann Arbor? Where? That's University of Michigan, obviously.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually from Michigan State. Oh, that makes. If I mean Foxy.
Lansing's grittier, so it's not a shot at me at all.
Oh, okay.
Way grittier.
The way he said it and delivered it, that was quite a shot.
Yeah,
He's a Michigan fan.
I think he was talking about your brain as
Brain
opposed to your
power.
grit.
Fortunately, you did.
Oh no.
He probably didn't even go to Michigan. That's a classic Michigan fan thing to do.
He dunked on you.
Yeah, Western Michigan, by the way, very beautiful. I was in Grand Rapids last week. I learned that Western Michigan much different than Eastern Michigan.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, everybody in the 313 Eastern.
Oh.
Western is like super lakey. We have
Clarence.
Super nice.
Yeah,
Kirk
Clarence.
Cousins
Yeah.
there,
Real nice parents.
Yeah.
Over there in Western Michigan. Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Kevin in Columbus, Ohio. Probably
Northern Michigan too is much different.
Yeah, it's awesome.
UP, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
They
Canada.
make songs about that place.
Literally can't.
Summertime.
They do make songs about that.
That's like Torch Lake. That's not quite the Upper Peninsula.
Summertime.
Victoria, where Gumpy's headed. Hey, Gump. Good luck up there.
Good luck.
Yeah,
man.
love you, pal. Love you, pal.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Kevin in Columbus, Ohio. What's going on, Kevin? All right.
This guy blows.
Let's go to. Jeez. We don't know that.
I mean,
That guy might be the best guy of all time.
at phone calls. Sorry.
Let's go to Justin in Ohio.
What if he's getting mugged?
Yeah, what if he's getting mugged by the homeless
guy.
person that was in Indy this past weekend? Went over to Columbus, was hoping to get a little bit more of a frail contender to get their 4 chains off.
No.
Then
right
he's a bitch
direction to
made
go.
cat because that bum weighed 85 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, we saw Gumpy fucking, hey,
Yeah.
Gumpy, what a stallion you are.
Yeah.
Just a champion of bum fights.
Yeah.
Unfazed.
Bud Light. Needed a
Did you
Bud
say
Light.
anything, Goomp? Like as you did this?
Whoa!
It happened so fast. I was just.
You didn't even say like "fuck you" one
I
time. Like
just said like, what
Just
the fuck?
instincts.
Fuck you, buddy. Something like
I was
that.
just trying to get out of there
real
as fast as I could. Dude.
let's go to Justin in Ohio. What's going on, Justin? In on the 5 Energy phone line.
Hey, Pat and the boys, how you fellas doing?
Hey, doing.
Hey, good deal. Well, hey, I just wanted to talk about the Steelers offseason, man. Feels like they kind of flew a little bit under the radar after Ben's retirement. Got all this stuff about Ben, who's going to be the heir apparent. And, you know, we got Miles Jack, Levi Wallace, James Daniels. I mean, kind of signed some dogs. I saw Tone retweet it today, man. James Daniels is going to be the leader of that O-line, get those young boys whipped into shape.
Well, hopefully, I think every Steelers fan is hoping that. Mitchell Trubisky acting as the starter here day 1 of OTAs. Now, that is to be expected, right? Because he was signed to be the starter and they're going to let Kenny Pickett kind of slowly go in there? Or is that a surprise to you, Justin?
You know, I think it's a great move to let Mitch kind of ball out, let him prove himself, you know, 1 year kind of, or 2 year deal, I'm sorry, prove himself, let Kenny kind of sit there. No reason to put a rookie out there that's not ready. If he's ready, maybe put him out there, but I'm fine with Mitch being a bridge-year quarterback, getting the boys ready. I still think Mitch is a solid quarterback. I think we have a great year.
Hey, good optimism out of Justin in Ohio. Mitchell Trubisky, de facto starter here at OTA's first couple of days. Surprise to you, AJ Hawk, because they spent a 20th pick overall in the draft on Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, 20th pick. That's kind of that is a tough spot. Like, yeah, he's not going to come in and I guess be the opening day starter or the day one OTA starter because you do have Mitch and he's started in the league before. I guess what the Steelers are hoping Mitch plays well enough to at least maybe win a bunch of games and play this year, and then they let Pickett sit out and hopefully reassess after the year. I don't know. That's the best case for them.
And Mitchell Trubisky can be the shield for all the, just like Tim Tebow was for Trevor Lawrence almost. Mitchell Trubisky's our starter. He's our starter. The expectation on Kenny Pickett in practice then isn't to be perfect. It isn't to have it all figured out. Mitchell Trubisky's the one that the media and the fans are focused on. And then you almost get like the Mac Jones effect whenever Kenny Pickett comes in the middle of a preseason game and Mitchell Trubisky takes a seat and the place goes fucking apeshit like they did for Mac. It's a good play, I think, all around.
Yeah, you said it well there. Like, it's kind of similar to like I'm kind of impressed because I was kind of excited to see Mitch and get him a second chance. But now that you drafted Kenny, it's kind of like you want it to be a Mac Jones situation where it was Cam Newton there, but you want your guy that you took in the first round to be good enough to start opening week one because it says a lot about him. I think you hope it's that, but if not, I mean, Mitch gets a second chance.
Let's go to Tucker in Nebraska. What's going on, Tucker, on the 5 Energy phone line?
How we doing?
Keep it moving.
Right on. Saw today that Alex Caruso's alma mater was growing some vitamins in the corner of the campus somewhere. Is it going to take the NCAA dying out for the drug testing to stop in the NCAA or even the NFL?
So, Tucker, I think once cannabis is legalized nationally or federally, I think that'll relax all the other rules. The NBA is no longer testing for it. I believe they have got rid of it in the testing policy. Everybody was hoping the NFL would do that. But if the NFL is going to do that, the NFLPA has to give them something in return. So I think everybody's just waiting on the federal ruling to happen. Do you agree with that, AJ?
Absolutely, yeah. Until it's federal, I don't think you see leagues doing much.
See, the NBA just giving that up, by the way, without having to do a full negotiation with the NBPA. That's good business.
Yeah. The NFL stopped suspending, though, I believe, right, for positive tests.
Yeah, no suspending, but you still get fined.
You still in the program?
Yeah, you still got to get piss tested fucking 27 times, 8 times a month or whatever.
Jesus.
200 and some tests I took over 27 months.
God damn.
Clean as a whistle, baby.
They don't want to catch anybody.
No, they don't want you to be in there forever. No. Chris Mad Dog Russo on the other side of the 6-minute break. We'll see you tomorrow.
Got it.
Think so.
Good WPM. Yeah, they want everybody to be in there forever. Yeah, forever.
But they don't want any, like, it doesn't look good for any league to have any player test positive for street drugs. So they don't want to test. They would love to get rid of it, I would imagine.
Yeah, they also don't want you to miss a game. You know, I think it's because they've seen who potentially has tested positive. They're like, wow, so we can take their money, they still have to play, and they can smoke. That's fucking best of all worlds. Perfect. That's fucking great. That's exactly what we want, you know? The NBA getting rid of it, there had to be some sort of negotiation with the NBPA. There had to be some give and take there. No business is going to
Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
I was going to say.
I mean, like, that is in the NBPA, like, some of, like, their most high-profile players are the ones who are the president, the vice president. Those guys are like, hey, listen, I want to fucking smoke.
We're
Okay,
fucking
we're not
done.
going to do this.
We're fucking done with you testing for it. Well, what are you going to get? What are you going to give
NBA,
us?
Though, already, though, the NBA, it took, like, 6 positive tests for it to be made public back in the day.
Well, the NFL was, 3 positive tests for marijuana, or 2?
Yeah, 3, I think. Yeah, 1 gets you in the program.
2
maybe 2.
Yeah, maybe it was 2 or 3. 2 was a fine, maybe. Then the third one was you lose games.
So you lose a game then, right? And then it's public, right?
Yeah, I think so. That's why you just got to smoke like poo-pourri. Spice.
Spice. Yep. That stuff seems to be pretty stable.
Yeah, it's real safe for my lungs.
Are people still doing it?
I don't think so. It feels like that was back in the day.
Salvia?
That stuff's scary too.
I don't know how easily findable that is. Is that easily findable?
I don't know, but it had a run.
So there was a run of mushrooms, I recall. Not me, obviously. Other people. Friends of mine that went other places. There was a run of mushrooms for a while whenever the drug testing got real strict and tight, because I guess that's a spinal tap. It's the only way you find that or whatever. So, I mean, you shut one thing down, another thing's obviously going to happen, I think, in most cases.
The majority of people don't want to do mushrooms every day, though, do they? I mean, some people microdose all day. I know that.
I don't know. Let's get out of here. I'm not getting into this. I'll tell you.
There are like chocolates they have now that people eat damn near every day.
The microdosing. People
they have
pill it.
DMT vape pens. Like, they have everything.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know. I've heard people that have them, though.
I didn't know that was the case.
How's his toe?
Obviously. How's his toe? All right, let's get out of here, dude. What a show. We appreciate you all. Hammer Dahn's in about 15 minutes. Then you guys are recording an episode of the pod, which is going to be electrifying. That'll come out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
AJ.
Who's editing? Who edits that?
Mitt.
Yeah.
That got passed down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not for that.
No, not for that.
What are you talking about?
I thought who one of the interns is doing something with the pod. I thought.
Yeah, Herbie is editing the daily.
Mm-hmm.
So our show that is live every single day gets cut up as a podcast every day as well. Pat McAfee Show 2.0 is the podcast that is cut up every single day. Ty has done that since the beginning of time. Over 1,000 podcasts Ty has cut up and done the whole thing. Maybe one of the greatest podcast producers of all time.
I definitely say.
Never talk about it. Never ever talk about Ty. We appreciate you for that.
Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Ty. But it did feel as if Ty was excited to kind of, yep, you can fucking do it. And on Friday, we had a little bit of a mishap where an episode from a month ago was cut into the Friday episode as well. And, you know, Herbie's getting the hang of it, though. He's a good kid.
Yeah,
He's a
good kid.
He is a good kid.
He's a good kid.
What if you just put the whole show on and didn't cut it up?
We've started to do that. Yeah. We've started to do that. We could cut it up into like 6 shows.
Yeah.
Release
Each day, release
Every hour.
You know,
People do that. Yep.
Yeah, and then they type up shit like this, where they say, "We've amassed more than 12 million live views." You know,
Daily.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're very thankful for the people that listen to the podcast. It's not. This sounds bad, but it's not a business focal point for us at all, or conversation point for us at all. But, you know, Ty has done an incredible job with it. People still listen to it, which we're very thankful for. And now Herbie's doing it, and hopefully we'll be able to do that just forever. We'll do it just forever. We'll just kind of
Some people, that's the only way they consume it. Mike Nugent, big fan of the show, loves Diggs. He always wants me to tell Diggs how much he loves him. Nuge is like, I don't even know what you guys look like. He's like, I have no idea what everybody looks like. I just listen to the podcast. Like, he has no clue.
Yeah, so whenever I was going through all the numbers of our company over the last few months for different conversations that are potentially happening, I saw the podcast numbers and I was blown away. Really? I said, oh my God. What are we doing for that? Are we doing anything? Just kind of cutting it down? Yeah, just putting it up there every day. Okay, well, let's let them know we appreciate them, at least. There's a lot in there. You know, it's a lot. And we're very, very, very thankful for it. We don't game it either, which
we could.
Yeah.
Seems to be the...
You absolutely could with a 3.5 hour show.
Seems to be the thing. Yeah. This is one of the most egregious things I've ever seen in my life written on paper.
What if they just meant to say 12 million impressions?
Well, they go on to say 50 million impressions across its social platforms, which is what's an impression? Who knows?
And how can you prove them wrong?
We could. I mean, there's 13 views on a YouTube video.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a way that we could, but you would have to get back-end information from Twitch, Peacock, NBCLX, and DAZN, which is literally impossible, which they know. So that's why you can say...
I'm go find
Good
out.
PR team they have over there.
Yeah.
Andrew Marchand has just tweeted some breaking news. Al Michaels will call a playoff game for NBC.
Okay.
Amazon Al heading back to NBC for a nostalgia swan song. One more tractor trip around another time.
No. Yeah.
We like this, right? Old friends getting back together.
With Collinsworth?
I don't know.
That must chap Tarico's ass.
No, it has
How
to
does
be 2
Tarico
games. They have
feel?
to have 2 different games.
Yeah.
It has to be something like Saturday, Monday, or Sunday, Saturday, or Saturday afternoon and Sunday, something.
Tarico could do them both.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think so, because they said Al Michaels can fucking do it. Tarico.
I think it's great.
One will do Saturday, one will do Sunday.
Amazon has no playoff games. They only have Thursday Night Football, so
Right.
he's available. Good for him. Maybe Herbie will get a fucking playoff game
Yes.
somewhere as well.
I like it. Get your best
sweet.
people in the playoffs.
Yeah, just like refs, just like teams.
Yes.
Get the best in sports media in the playoffs.
Good move.
I mean, Granted, the booth is already kind of full, but if Herbie were to jump up there with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, that'd be kind of sweet.
I don't know if anybody in that booth would want that.
True. Yeah. Two people doing the same job.
Well, just kind of, right? Joe and Troy have been doing their thing.
Long time.
And Herbie's been the main.
Yeah.
And not that Herbie would say he doesn't want to do it, or Joe Buck would say that he doesn't want to do it, or Troy Aikman wouldn't do it. But I think whenever you get to that level of, hey, this is how things go, I don't know if that would just be an easy thing to drop.
It's almost distracting.
Yeah, I'll drop Herbie in there.
It's also kind of around the national championship, and he'll probably just be doing that.
Might be too friendly to each other.
Yeah.
Like might be, Troy, I'll let you, or hey, I'll let you. Like that happens a lot. Whenever I have to, every once in a while for those premium live events, it's me, Corey, and Cole. And like Corey and Cole, much longer tenured than me. Like they've obviously worked together. So I'll find myself a lot like just kind of like, all right, let me see.
Yeah.
Is anybody going to say what I'm about to say right now? And I'll take like a couple hits and then I'm like, boom, I'm coming in strong then. And then that'll be okay. So it's always like, even though I feel like I've gotten pretty comfortable in the role, it's always like I don't want to step on anybody else who I also believe is incredibly talented. You know what I mean, AJ?
I would imagine Herbie would feel that way. He'd be like, I don't want to come in to Troy's space like that, and Joe, like, he probably doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, Troy, I don't know if you do this. Give me the fucking telestory. All right, we're out of here. Everybody have an incredible day. I feel like we really did the phones today.
Oh, yeah.
More than 6.
What was that, 4? Was
Pretty
it?
good.
I thought we did a full slate, yeah.
No.
4.
One of them didn't pick up, I guess.
Let's go to Brendan in Ohio. Brendan, 3 calls from Ohio today.
Yeah.
Wow, show needs to stop. What's going on, Brendan?
Pat, AJ, boys, Con, how we doing?
Keep
moving.
moving. Had a baby Con?
Baby Con.
Hey, quick question for you boys. After seeing WWE where Pat is still undefeated in sanctioned matches at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Have you guys noticed a difference in production that you guys have brought to your show since there's such a global enterprise in what they're doing?
Brendan, thank you for that question and acknowledgement. You know what I mean? Brendan, acknowledge me. Could you imagine that being your catchphrase?
So awesome.
Roman just walks into every single city, okay, yoked out of his mind, the freshest Jays of all time, probably the most handsome dude in the city as well. And then he stands there. Grand Rapids. How you doing? Acknowledge me. What a moment. I mean, what a thing to kind of build to. And I assume he is, every time he says it, has to feel like true fulfillment. Getting a chance to watch the WWE work as we try to venture into live shows, I think I've learned a lot. Yeah, I think I've learned a lot. And why would you not go try to watch and see how things go with a company that's been on the road for like 30 years. If you're thinking about taking your show on the road, that's probably the right place, especially if you're allowed to kind of get in there and meet even the roadies. Like the roadies are such good dudes. The amount of work that it takes to do everything that they do over there, all the people behind the scenes getting to chat about, the camera folks, the production folks, the audio folks, the director, the cutter. Like, yeah, it's almost a university in of itself if you want to do a live show every single fucking week, which they have done for like decades and decades. So yeah, I feel as if I'm very lucky to be there to learn from those, the people that have done it at such a high level for a long time. And I mean, the conversations I get to have with people and ask them questions about what they got going on over there is absurd. So I enjoy it. There's a lot that I get to learn from over there. And I'm very thankful for it, AJ. Very, very thankful for it.
Well, I mean, it feels like a pretty natural position for you to be in. When I watch you on SmackDown and doing anything out there, and you and Cole too seem to have a great rapport. I feel like back and forth, so it's fun. Honestly, I don't know a whole lot about wrestling. Obviously, you guys can tell that. I have my faves out there, no question. A lot of old school wrestlers, a lot of new school wrestlers. Still waiting for old Dongo to get back in the WWE. Hopefully they bring him back soon. But yeah, I think you're awesome on that.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. It means a lot. And you know, it does feel like I'm back in the like the NFL locker room though, or college locker room, like my fake enthusiasm and fake energy in pointing out things that are obviously terrible but have to happen and gas them up. Like I felt like that was something I really did whenever I was with the Colts. It was something I really did when I was at West Virginia. And now being there in the building with everything else everybody's got going on. Yeah, like you haven't been home in like 2 weeks. Here we go. Hey, fucking biggest SmackDown of all time, though. Let's go, Grand Rapids. Where else? Had to drive 3 hours to get here. Where else would you rather fucking be? Let's go. And then there's always like the whole fuck off. It's like, yeah, all right, see you next week. And then I'm just kind of off and running. It's very, it's cool to kind of I feel very fortunate to be able to do what I do. Not that I agree with everything that happens over there. Not that I think everything is amazing that happens over there. God damn, everybody's going to make mistakes, some bigger than others, and I believe they have. But I am very, very fortunate to go over there. You know who else? And he gets killed by people on the internet a lot. Kevin Dahn does not get enough respect in the, fucking great at TV game. Now people say he cuts so much and he does all this. He's been covering the same shit for 30 years. So he might get bored every once in a while with the way things are being covered, especially when you're doing it 2-3 times a week or whatever. But the way he communicates to me and Michael Cole through our headset and how smooth he runs stuff and gets things off that we don't know are happening and he doesn't know are happening like 5 minutes before they happen. I think he is somebody that going into the WWE, I could have never expected being like, man, fucking watching this dude work and listening to this guy work is an honor almost. Because the internet feels the complete opposite way about it because the cuts and the way he goes about doing things. But if you could hear and see the way he does shit, it's like, oh, this motherfucker is a guy. And then I have to go experience that somewhere else with somebody else who's in my headset, whether it's whatever or whatever, and I'm listening to this person speaking, I'm like, God damn, kind of like, all right, anything I do, I'm fucking bringing Kevin Dunn with me. Almost. That's kind of how I feel. It's been fucking awesome. And Fox, I think you've learned some shit too, right over there, I assume?
100%. And like you said, everyone's just so nice. Like, they don't have to be nice to me, but they're just like, yeah, fuck it, do whatever you want. They literally do let me do whatever I want. But to your point about Kevin Dunn, him cutting to you when Stone Cold is doing his thing at WrestleMania and you're on the floor chugging a beer, great awareness by him and the camera guy. Like, that shit is unbelievable.
I believe Grogan had the camera. I think Marty was a part of that cut as well in the truck. I've heard the backstory of that. Like, they're all so... I think a lot of them watch his show every day, too.
Shout out.
A lot of people
is Kevin Dunn the producer, director? What is he?
I have no idea what his title is. I just know he's fucking a part of everything. If I have a question about something, I'm normally getting directed straight to Kevin Dunn. It's like, that's kind of...
We were lucky enough to see that truck. It was really cool.
Yeah. The audio, the whole...
It was so cool.
Man, hey, a lot of things are said about the WWE. Okay? A lot of things are said about the WWE.
Well-oiled.
And if you're in the spotlight for that long, things are going to be said about you. The fucking... It's it's remarkable to watch unfold. Actually.
It's like a family environment there too. That's like the best part about it.
Yeah, and if you end up on the outs with the family,
Exactly.
I don't think it's easy. I don't think it's easy to get back in. I'm not 100% sure, but everybody's very cool to us, and I'm very, very thankful and lucky to be there and learn. And yeah, I don't always hit it out of the park. There's some things where I'm watching unfold because they don't tell me what's going on. I'm like, so what the fuck is the goal of this? Like, as I'm watching, I'm like, what? Because I'm trying to tell the story too, you know? Like, I'm trying to help.
Do you have a talkback button? Can you talk back to him?
Yeah, but there's so much going on. Like, they don't need me. There's 4 to 5 different people in our heads. I mean.
Well, they're cutting, like, how many? I don't know how many cameras they have. They have to have a ton of cameras out there. And he's got to be boom, 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 boom the whole time.
Graphics, camera, audio,
Pyro.
so much. Pyro, everything. Yeah, I mean, there is.
Got to worry about Butch and where he's at.
Butch, yeah, that fucking son of a Butch.
How's he get that hat to stay on his head?
It's magic, because that's what fucking Butch is.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's magical. Beast. I'm lucky to work over there. I'm very thankful to work over there. But I'm always trying to learn. I think that is something that never gets chatted about. It's maybe my favorite hobby, learning about stuff. That's interesting.
It's a great hobby to have.
I don't fucking need to hear it about whatever bullshit they wanted to teach in class.
Yeah.
Okay, if it's going to help me do life better for me and my people, I would like to know.
I'll check it out.
I'd like to know about it. And let me watch the people who've been doing it at a high level for a long time. Oh, that makes sense. That's smart. I got to see Vinatieri do it. Like, that was...
And Peyton.
And Peyton, yeah, for the first few years. It's like I get to watch that person work. It's like I feel very fortunate for getting to do that. But I think a lot of people, not a lot of people, I think some people forget about that whenever they're around some people. It's like, hey, you're allowed to like watch and just, you don't have to ask questions. You don't have to do anything. You can just kind of see how they go about doing stuff. And that might shape the way you view what you should be doing as well. Some people are just kind of, miss all that, I think. I'm very fortunate.
Don't be in your own world. Don't be stuck in your own head. Look around. And I wouldn't be scared to ask questions either. People like that, they're scared to ask like execs or big time people questions. Those people probably love it because a lot of those people that are in those high positions, if someone's genuinely curious about what they're doing, they would love to give feedback, I'm sure.
Yeah, you got to talk to them like a human. I was just simply referring to the people that are like introverts and, you know what I mean? Like, hey, just watch. You can just learn a lot from just watching a motherfucker too. Like,
Yeah.
What Malik Willis is doing with Ryan Tannehill.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I'm not mentoring this fucking guy. If he wants to watch me work, fucking watch me work. This is how I do it. God damn it, I was in a dark place 2 months ago. Fucking A, get off my ass. All right, we're back tomorrow. Hammer Down's about 15, 20 minutes.
Yep.
Can't wait to watch it. Boys are on a winner streak right now, huh?
Let's go, boys.
Beat up a bum, won some bets.
Hell yeah.
Feel good.
This guy went undefeated on the ice last night.
Life is good
I think everyone did on the ice.
Life is good. Shout out Mr. Perfect.
for a few more days.
Well,
Be all right, pal.
you're going home. Going home. Tell the feds you're going home.
I'd rather stay with all the lads.
You gotta do what you gotta do, pal. Back! We will miss you.
Where's he supposed to stay? What if he didn't have a place?
They got tents.
Well, I
he
guess,
said.
yeah, just be a bum.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's very reasonably priced back there right now, too.
He told me he wanted to go, hey, since I'm gonna have to go home and go stay in somebody's house, I'm like, fuck, get a nice, you know, if you're gonna go do time, like fucking get a nice, you know what I mean? Fucking overlook the ocean.
Fucking penthouse.
Let me see that shipyard you used to have to work at. Get
Yeah.
the fucking building right above that thing. You
Good
know what I mean?
internet.
Yeah, great internet on there. Go do what you got to do so we can get you here full time forever.
Hell yeah.
You know, and the process has been a lot more complicated and longer than any of us could have imagined.
Yeah.
But I assume COVID kind of threw a fucking wrench in all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Joe, maybe, too. Fucking Brandon.
Holy shit.
You're a fucking idiot.
What?
Why would you do that right
I thought immigration was supposed to be easy these days.
Man.
It's the buffoons we've been working with.
Yeah, it's not. I do think we did think that it was going to be much easier.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I don't know. You got to go home for a couple weeks.
Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully.
This is the whole process. Now he has to go back, and I think this was supposed to be done a couple months ago, but now it's because it's happening. He has to go like literally.
Do you have to go back because you have to do a bunch of stuff in person or what?
No, the timing of the phase that we were in. By the way, paid people a lot of fucking money.
A lot.
To handle this, and then we get an email. Oh well, this next process at this time has to happen by this time, and if not, we have this. It's like, well, that time was a month and a half ago. Did you not read the date that you sent that to us and what date you just said? Oh, it must have got lost in our files.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Guess you're gonna have to fly home this weekend.
Yeah, you gotta go home fucking now. Yeah, you gotta go home. Like this was I think next Wednesday is like the expiration almost. So it's like
Tell him the check got lost in the mail then when they were trying to send it to him.
We already fucking.
They already found the check.
That was up front, pal. That was up front.
Send that retainer back.
Yeah, that ain't happening. We're fucking out money, but yeah, we got an extendo on it, and they said this should go quicker than what they expect.
Right.
Might be a couple weeks, maybe a month, maybe a couple months, maybe a year.
Really?
Before football.
Bro, dude, this has been
It's that kind of range?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like a fucking, hey, we're going to come in and check your internet between 8 a.m. and fucking 9 p.m. Please have somebody home at all times. It's a Wednesday. It's like, all right, that ain't possible. That's kind of what's going on here. You know, so we'll get Gumpy back.
We'll get him back.
We'll get him back.
Yeah, Goop will definitely be back. You kidding me?
Go do your hard time up there.
You got it, Gumpy.
I saw the place he's going to stay at. Like, this guy's going on vacation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
If not, Goop, if it doesn't work out, have him shave his beard and sneak back in the country.
Exactly.
our country?
Yeah.
Why not?
And then just tell everybody, hey, I'm good to go. Everything passed.
It's Elias. It's Gumpy's younger brother.
All right, we're out of here. We're back tomorrow. Cheers.